Hello, 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 everyone. I don't even have background music playing. What am I doing with my life right now? Where's my media assets? I don't have any background music playing at all. I hate dead air. I hate it, hate it, hate it. Here we go. There we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Nocturnal Nerdcast, Pop Culture in the Dark, the best live stream on the internet this time of the day or night or whenever you're watching this on playback. Right now, it is just us. There's nobody in the green room at the moment. We'll see if anybody shows up. I have had quite a day. It's been a really long day, so you guys are going to get to hear that because it's just us. It's just the two of us. As you can see, I tried to decorate. I've got a little smoke back here, a little fog. I had a couple of weird lights that didn't work out for me. It's been a long day. So let me tell you about my costume issue. So I ordered a costume for tonight. I kept it very quiet. I wasn't going to tell anybody. Matter of fact, I think only two people knew what the costume was. And this is what the costume was. This is who I was going to be tonight. I was going to shave my beard, just the mustache. My hair's a little bit gray on the side. And I was going to do Omni-Man. However, as of 9 o'clock tonight, when it was supposed to be here, it had not arrived yet. So it's not going to be here because Amazon doesn't deliver here after 9 o'clock, at least not usually. Definitely doesn't deliver after 11. So there's a high possibility that I'm going to upload photos of the costume when I wear it tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that. I might even wear it on stream just for the hell of it. Just for the hell of it. We got some channel members in the house. Hello to everybody else as well. We got South Texas Shark here. Quindolin isn't here for a stream. Good to see you, Quindolin. I know you've been busy. Harrison's here. Good to see you, Harrison. Let's see. Lone Wolf is here. Where's Lone Wolf at? There you go. Jose is here. Thank you guys so much. We have a few trailers to look at today. We also have a game. If we have some people show up, we're going to play a game called Trick or Treat. I haven't told anybody about this game yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to spin the wheel. It'll land on a number. And then the next person in line has to do whatever the wheel is. And there's tricks and treat questions. The treat questions are kind, nice core questions. The trick questions are sort of like the worst possible questions you could ever ask for. So we'll see. We'll see. Today was quite crazy. We had early voting here in my area for our governor, and I had to go and do that. They didn't have me on file, so I had to do a provisional ballot. If you don't know what that is, it means that you're not in the system. So you go ahead and you cast your ballot, and then they have to check and make sure you are who you say you are before they count your vote. So I hope that mine actually gets counted because it went in today, and our actual voting is next week. So fingers crossed on that one. So did that today. So it's been a long day. It's been a very, very long day here. We have a couple trailers to look at. We got Stranger Things season 5 trailer. We have Scream 7 we're going to look at. There's a couple other trailers that I think we'll probably check out. And a few random topics. We're going to talk a little bit about George R.R. Martin, maybe The Witcher a little bit, a few other things. We got some topics tonight. Let's see here. We do have a super chat from Connor Dorian. Charlie makes a $5 super chat, counting towards our goal of 5 tonight. It is teal for this evening, so if you'd like to participate towards the goal, we need 4 more teal super chats. They're releasing the second episode for It Welcome to Derry on HBO Max early for Halloween tomorrow. Yeah, we're planning on watching it. I don't know if you guys saw the first episode. I feel like it's been long enough now, but a lot of people were having PTSD from that first episode based on the promo stuff that was coming out, because all the promo stuff that was coming out showed some different characters from the characters from the first episode. So if you watched it, you know what happens towards the end. So quite chilling and shocking. Let's see here. Looks like Darren says he'll be here a little late. So Darren says he's coming. So that's good. Thank you for the super chat, Connor. So I do have a video here if you guys want to watch it with me. And it's from today, which is odd. But it's a Screen Rant video, and it was suggested to me to watch. But let me see if there's another one here. There might be something else here we can check out. Let me see. Subs. Go through and see. How is everybody doing, by the way? In the chat, let me know how you're doing. How's it going? How was your day? What are you dressing up as for Halloween? If you're participating in Halloween, what is your costume going to be? What is your costume going to be? I'm very curious what everybody's wearing for Halloween. Let's see here. And has everybody watched any of The Witcher yet? Has anybody seen any of the new season of The Witcher? We watched 2 episodes today. We'll watch the rest this weekend. Let's see. All right, what do we got here? Anybody dropping costumes? Let's see. Jay says, I'm still sick. I was hoping to feel better before Halloween. Sorry to hear that you're sick. Sorry to hear that. Fetman says, I'm not dressing up this year, but my nephew decided to go as Flash. That's good. That's good. How was it? Are you talking about Witcher season 4, episodes 1 and 2? Is that what you're asking about, Gwendolyn? Yeah, the new season dropped to either today or yesterday. I don't remember which day it was. Hot take, I think Liam is better so far. I don't know. Maybe that's not a hot take. Maybe that's a cold take. I think Liam's better than Henry, just to be straight up. Lone Wolf is working, so no costume. Serenity says, waiting for Darren to show up on costume and stream. I know. I feel bad. I really wanted to come as Omni-Man. Can you guys imagine this gut in an Omni-Man suit? Can you imagine the power? The power that would have? Bishop's, you will see some going as Bishop. My wig came in yesterday. It was great. Well, I can't speak for the whole season. I've only seen 2 episodes. Ace of Cards is a cheap Ghostface costume. Bright Light Suicide says, a Sue Storm while I run errands. All right. Peak physique. Yeah, for sure. 100%. All right, we had another super chat here from Lone Wolf. Sent you something on Twitter. I don't know if you want to discuss it at all, but I agree with him. It's only 2 minutes and 36 seconds. But you were, oh, you sent me something. All right, well, let me see what it is. See what you sent over. Did you tag me in it, or did you send it as a did you send it separately? Hold on, let me see here. Let's see. Oh, is it a John Campea clip? Lone Wolf. Is that what you're talking about? John Campea clip? It's short enough we can watch it, for sure. For sure. Yeah. Naruto here with the $2 super chat. No costume here. No kids and live in an apartment. I think I told you guys before. Oh, we got Bob in the green room. I don't know if he's ready to come up on screen, but we're going to put him up on screen.
Nah!
I figured you'd have your camera on, so it didn't really matter. But
I will eventually. I'm eating right now. But yeah, I thought I would jump in and hang out for a bit. Hang out.
We're going to watch trailers tonight. That's the main thing.
That's really fun.
So, yeah. So my issue, and I don't know how it is for you, Bob, but my issue is in my neighborhood, we don't have a lot of kids coming through in my neighborhood. We have 2 churches that do trunk or treat, which kind of sucks up all of the people coming into the neighborhood. So we don't really have them. I don't know how it is for you. Are you doing anything big for Halloween or?
No, actually, because I do not have my kids this year, and I actually had to do a trade with my ex, so I actually don't have my kids at all this weekend. So I'm kid-free this Halloween. And I actually live in an apartment building that's like inside a building that you need a key to get into. So I don't get trick-or-treaters either. So I'm working tomorrow night.
Oh, all right. Let's see here. Jose says, is it worth watching The Witcher, Eric? Would it be my first time thoughts? Well, if you haven't read the book or played the game, it's actually a pretty, like, this is what I've heard from people. It's actually a pretty enjoyable show because you don't really have anything to compare it to. So it's just a fantasy series at that point.
I mean, I haven't seen the new season, which I think just dropped.
It just dropped,
I've seen the first 3 seasons. I loved season 1. Season 2 was fine, and then season 3 was meh. So,
yeah, I didn't like season 3. Season 3 had a couple of good things happening, but for the most part, no.
Yeah.
However, I've seen the first 2 episodes of season 4, and I like Liam as Geralt. I like him. I like him better than Henry Cavill, but it's only been 2 episodes. I think he just feels more natural for the role. But I can't speak for the whole season because I haven't seen the whole thing, so I don't know for sure. I would say give it a shot though. What's up, Anthony? Good to see you. Thank you so much. But I was telling them I was going as I have an Omni-Man costume on the way.
Oh,
and it was supposed to be here today before 9, but Amazon didn't deliver it. So it's going to be here in the morning, which means that I didn't have it for tonight's stream, which is the only reason I even got it was for tonight's stream. So now I have to wear it at some point over the weekend to get some sort of usage out of it. Costumes are not cheap anymore. I don't know if you looked at prices recently, but like just the store-bought stuff is not cheap. The Omni-Man suit, just a basic one, is like $60.
That sounds about right. Let's say it was around $40 last year, and yeah, everything's just going up anymore. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Thank God the economy is better.
Oh God. Yeah. All right, we're gonna watch this John Campea clip because Lone Wolf tipped $10 to watch it, so we're gonna watch that clip. It's a 2-minute 37-second clip, and the title of the clip is "This is what ruins movie fandom." Now, I'm pretty sure this is from one of his streams. I think he just clips streams anymore, so I think that's what it is. Since we're talking, let me turn down some of this background music. There we go. I usually have it when I'm by myself up a little higher, so it doesn't
fill the dead air.
Yeah. So here we go. All right, John Campea here. The title of this again is "This is what ruins movie fandom." All right, so let's hear what he has to say.
Different people, and art will hit us in different ways, and different things will have more meaning to us and more impact to us, and we should feel differently. That's the point. There are 2 things that are not my job. Number 1, it is not my job to say things that you agree with. Second thing that is not my job, it is not my job to convince you to agree with me. My job is to give you my point of view on something and thoroughly explain and clearly explain why that is my point of view. The ideal outcome of me explaining my point of view and why I hold it is not to have you agree with me. It's to help you sharpen and clarify why you either agree with me or help you sharpen and clarify exactly why you disagree with me. We're not supposed to agree every time. We're film fans. Film is subjective. We're all going to feel different ways about it. And
I want to point out, I don't disagree with anything that he said so far.
Yeah.
I think what he said is pretty spot on. But I want to point out, this is why the echo chamber channels are so bad, because they all fall in line. There's no disagreement there. If you've ever watched any of the streams here with us, if you're in the chat for the first time and you're checking out the stream, or if you've been here for a long time, you will know that if you watch my streams or pretty much any of the streams I ever get on, there's always a variety of opinions about stuff. Like people disagree about the best movies ever or whatever. We do our top 5 list of stuff. There's going to be some overlap, but there's also a lot of stuff that people don't agree on. And I think that makes a healthy dialogue. I think if everything is just nodding yes over and over and over again, it gets really boring.
Yes.
That's why I don't understand why people watch those channels.
Oh yeah, no,
it's a
I
lot
mean,
of nodding and yes people.
especially the live streams where they have like 20 fucking people on, all saying the exact same thing. It's like, what's the point?
Yeah. Let's see what John has to say here.
That is not a bad thing about film. That is the best thing
Yes,
about
I
film.
agree with that.
Yes.
There are too many people online, too many cancerous things online that try to divide things into tribes. You are supposed to love this and you are supposed to hate this.
Mhm.
And if you come across anybody,
I actually want to point out, people have asked me about this before with channels like, at least back in the day, like Emergency Awesome and stuff like that. These channels that sort of love bomb stuff, like it's all ultra positive. There's never any criticism of anything like that, back in the day. And there's still some like that today where everything is just all positive. I feel similarly about them in the sense, like how I feel about the grifty channels, but the difference is love bombing stuff doesn't actually hurt anybody. You know what I mean?
And for the most part, like the love bomb channels, well, I don't really think it's the most helpful take. I do believe for the most part, I sense that they're doing it out of genuineness, but yeah, the grifty channels are just bad faith. Just
no, I totally agree with that. Welcome, Joe. Good to see you.
Hey, Joe.
Glad you made it.
Hey.
In honor of not getting my Omni-Man suit, I wore my Omni-Man shirt because I do have one of those. So I was like, we'll just wear this.
I'm wearing Trek or Treat.
Oh, so you've got the best one. And somebody asked you last night where you get them from. You're like, Amazon. That's like, or it was on Tuesday night. I mean,
Yes.
it was pretty funny. Anyway, but getting back to the love bombing thing, I don't like either of those things. Like I don't think just being overly negative all the time is productive. I don't think being overly positive all the time is productive. I think there's always a good balance of being critical and not thinking that everything you love is above reproach, which I think a lot of people feel that way about their fandoms. And that's fine to feel that way. A lot of people are very passionate about their fandoms, and I get that. But love bombing doesn't actually hurt the writers. It doesn't hurt the actors.
No.
It doesn't hurt the producers. It doesn't hurt the fandom. It's literally something you can ignore. Whereas the toxicity of the anti-fandom, which is what we used to call it back in the day, it's more just grifty now. But the anti-fandom stuff is that they need to convince you to dislike something. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's the issue that I have with it.
Yeah, it's not enough that it's not enough that they dislike it. They have to get you to dislike it. They have to get you to review bomb that whenever they say, hey, this is the score for this, let's bring it down. They need everybody to fall in line. And that's just not real media analysis at all. No.
So, Joe, I don't know if you caught what we're doing. We're watching this clip from John Campea here. It's called "This Is What Ruins Movie Fandoms," and it's Lone Wolf donated a $10 super chat for us to watch it. It's a very short clip, but he's kind of going into detail about like what he thinks is wrong with online discourse around movies.
I think I may have seen this. Is this the one where he typed into ChatGPT? Like, what are the problems with movie fandom?
I didn't see him type anything. It's a clip from a stream, so I don't know.
This is my first time seeing, so I have no idea.
Yeah. Let's see.
He did one where he asked ChatGPT what they think the problems with movies fandoms are, and ChatGPT came out with stuff like review bombing and all the typical stuff, the misogyny, It was insane. It was like ChatGPT like just knew all of it.
We should do a stream. I'm not the biggest fan of AI, but it would be fun to do a stream to just have ChatGPT open or something and just type. Because like you can lead. So this is one thing I've said about AI. You can lead AI to give you the kind of answers you want if you word it a certain way. If you just ask them a generic question without any leading of that question whatsoever, you're going to get the most honest answer from that. But if you're like, tell me why so-and-so is a bad streamer, they're going to give you the reasons why people think they're a bad streamer or why it's a bad movie or a bad TV show. Instead of just saying, give me the public opinion on this person or give me the public opinion on this movie. It's just, you have to learn how to word it.
By the way, when you say love bombing, I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that. I know on my channel, I tend to not really talk about the things that I don't like, just because... like I'll do movie reviews, I do a movie review and I'll tell you what I think of the movie. But if I don't like it, I'll tell you when I review the movie, I didn't like this. But then unless somebody comes in the chat and asks me about it again, I usually don't bring it up again. Like, so
No,
I tend to only talk about the things that interest me.
Love bombing are the channels where they're just hype channels for things. They don't ever go deeper than like whatever. Like, guess what, guys? Spider-Man pictures came out and these are amazing, and wow, like that's just all it does. These channels that they don't actually criticize anything good or bad. They just sort of put things out there and act like it's the most exciting thing you've ever seen, you know. And there's a place for that kind of content, but I don't think it adds much to the conversation.
It's funny because I've actually been accused of that. Now that you mention
really?
it. I've been accused of that, but I don't think it's accurate. Because, like, for example, the Star Wars sequel trilogy.
Yeah.
I mostly liked them. Except I didn't care for Rise of Skywalker. And people will tell me, like, well, you just like anything. You just like anything if they stick the Star Wars brand on it. And I'm like, that's not true. You just don't hear me talking about the things I don't like.
Well, that's the same thing about the... Go ahead, Bob.
I was just going to say that, like, you get the chuds and their fans, and they tag anybody who disagrees with them in general with that moniker. Just like, you're a shill, you just love everything, despite the fact that you might have years of experience on YouTube doing movie reviews and talking about movies where there's plenty of things you dislike. But none of that matters.
Right.
I was going to say that, like, one of the things that I noticed with channels is, or at least with my channel back in the day, was, and anybody that watched me during my Arrowverse time, which was like a decade ago, right? That's when I was really reviewing those shows, like pretty hardcore, is I was doing, like, we had 4 or 5 shows on a week. So I was doing 4 or 5 reviews a week and 4 or 5 trailer reactions and things like that. Back when I could, I burned out on trailer reactions, but I was at least doing the reviews. One week I would get called a shill because I loved an episode. The next week I would get called a hater because I didn't like an episode. And it's literally the same show, same actors, just a week apart from each other. And that's the thing, is we live in a space on YouTube where, at least back then, and I think to some degree we still do, where you have to go to someone's channel and sort of watch a variety of what they're putting out to kind of gauge what kind of content they're making. And Chris Stuckman is a really good example of this. Like, Chris Stuckman, I think, was probably my favorite movie review channel for the longest time, because I really enjoyed how insightful he was and, you know, how honest he was. And when he made his video where he said he wasn't going to negatively review stuff anymore, and he wasn't going to do any more like top 10 worst of year list or whatever, and he said he wasn't going to, I think it was Madam Web, right? Wasn't that the one where he was like, I'm not going to talk negative about Madam Web?
Well, I mean, no, he's had that stance for a while, because he's essentially, he did a whole thing where he talked about how he felt YouTube was getting really fucking negative on stuff. So essentially, if he didn't like a movie, he just didn't do a review.
Yeah, but I mean, like, when he talked about Madam Web, he said he wasn't going to do a negative review. And I'm like, guys, he's literally telling you he didn't like it without negatively reviewing it. Like, you know, he didn't like it because he's not going to talk negatively about it.
He's not reviewing it.
So you don't need to hear him shit on it. He already told you. He already gave you that information.
I gotta warn you, I'm gonna teeter on taking you off course here, but this is still kind of on course. One of my pet peeves in recent years, and I've had disagreements with Little Movie Perp about this. Little Movie Perp and I have gone toe to toe on this. I don't like meme culture, because I feel that meme culture is mostly a negative thing. And, you know, because what are memes? They're to be funny, they're to be laughed at. So once a movie starts getting to be part of a meme, it's like we've decided this is something to be mocked, this is something to be laughed at. And when it came to, like, Madam Web, I didn't like the fact that people were making fun of that movie before it opened. Because no matter what you thought of that movie when it came out, loved it, hated it, and most people hated it, it did not matter. Because I felt like, well, the internet has already made up its mind about this film before they saw it. And I thought that was a very negative thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I feel about most of these movies that get, and we had a disagreement about that. Perp's like, no, meme culture is good. Look what it did to Barbenheimer. And I'm like, it's only good if you're on the right side of the meme. If you go on the wrong side of the meme.
I was just going to say, overall, I agree with you. I do think there are some perks to meme culture. Like you said, Barbenheimer was a good example because that was so much fun. But for the most part, I agree. Meme culture has just made everything so much dumber. I mean,
before I continue on with this, though, we have Jake in the house and Ronan has jumped in. Thank you guys for being here.
What's up, y'all?
So we're just watching a video by John Campea. We're over halfway through. He's talking about the issues with fandoms right now online, and essentially he's just arguing against any sort of an echo chamber, which is pretty much a very like narrowed down version of what he said. But that's essentially what he's saying, is that echo chambers are not good for internet discourse on movies and media. So
there's a lot of things I could say to that.
about John Campea in general, or just the concept of echo chambers.
Was it John Campea's echo chamber that made him stop watching Superman and Lois because of the whole Diggle thing?
I have no clue. Was that,
like that's exactly what happened whenever they did that season 1 episode where you saw Diggle in there?
Mm-hmm.
That's what made him stop watching the show when they started showing signs of connectivity. It was priceless.
Well, even when he like one of the things about Superman and Lois I always kind of bugged me was that season 1 is obviously in the Arrowverse. Season 2 obviously isn't. And I wish they had just kept one and stuck with it, even though I think overall the series was pretty solid.
I never liked the fact that they sold it as a spin-off and then changed their mind halfway.
That was the big thing that happened in season 2 that pissed off a lot of fans, was that they swapped that up. And I covered it in like 4 different videos right after that episode ended. So
I mean, I get why that would make people mad, but I think breaking the series off into its own thing was the best thing that could happen to it.
In hindsight, it was, but I think it was wrong to tease everyone. And
I think sure.
I think if they wanted to do that, they should have done it to begin with. I mean,
but let's finish. There's not much left of this video. We'll get through this and then we can continue here.
That likes the things that we as a tribe have decided you're supposed to hate, that kills fandom. You know what ruins fandom? It's not George Lucas making a bad prequel or Rian Johnson making a bad sequel. That's not what ruins fandom. What ruins fandom are certain fans lacking the basic ability to go, I didn't like that, but I'm super happy if you did.
I agree with that.
Yes. Yeah.
I do. I genuinely agree with that. Like, I feel like my brother and I are a really good example of this. If I know a lot of you guys haven't seen us together, but when we hang out, almost universally, if he hates something, I'm going to love it. And if I love it, he's going to hate it. It's almost guaranteed, like across the board.
It's like Jake and I.
Pretty much. I think you guys agreed on maybe 1 or 2 things. Maybe 1 or 2.
That's why I mean, Star Wars is a perfect example that, like, I never feel I have ownership of the franchise or I'm entitled to stuff. Granted, I stepped away from it from a little while because I was growing up and whatnot. I wish I would have stayed with it the whole time, but I never thought that was a possible thing. But you put up The Last Jedi. I have a lot of issues with The Last Jedi, but I don't think that's the be all end all of the franchise. There's a lot of the Disney Plus shows from Star Wars that I have issues with as a whole. But I don't think that those shows should kill the franchise, and that's it. It's like if people really do think that way, then we don't really either value or see how much potential the franchise does have in general.
Yeah.
And that's where it becomes bummer, because I'll still cover the hell out of stuff, but just because I didn't like one season of a show doesn't mean I hate the whole show as a whole.
Well, I mean, it's I mean, we've talked about it ad nauseum, but like essentially when I'm sorry, I completely fucking brain fart just now. I had a point. It was very awesome.
Chevany has a point. Entitled fans are the worst.
Wait, Chevany said something here?
Yeah, they're bringing up entitled fans. Entitled fans are the worst.
I will agree with this. That's a pretty.
They think they're owed everything, and they think they know the right way. They think they're on the right side of history because their echo chamber tells them so. It's fucking sad, and they think they know the better way to run these things. There's a good reason they're not.
Yeah, that was my point. So essentially, if you decide, I'm watching Star Wars, this franchise, like I haven't liked the last few entries, I don't think I'm going to continue with it, and you put it down, you decide not to go into it any further. That is fine. That is absolutely fine. But when you decide to crap on people just because they're still enjoying it or still watching it, even though you aren't even fucking watching it anymore, that's where things get fucked up. I'm sorry, I'm swearing a lot, but
that's okay.
It gets me enraged.
It's a late night stream. You can swear all you want. I don't think we got a lot of time.
Fuck yeah.
Let's see here.
Bob, you have met me, right?
Have you ever heard Robert Meyer Burnett talk about Star Trek? His entitlement and arrogance is so cringe. I could probably let Joe and Bob go on about this for ages with Robert Meyer Burnett, but any thoughts on that?
I've said before that Robert Meyer Burnett just disappoints me. I'm like the father, like you know the parent who's like, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed, because he knows better. Like he got into a debate just last week with Little Movie Perp on Twitter, where he told Little Movie Perp that Star Trek was never about identity politics. And Perp was like, what are you talking about? And he gave him and Perp's not a Star Trek fan. And he gave him a million examples. And I'm just like, and here's the thing, Rob, you know Star Trek. So you knew that. You knew better. That's why this is just disappointing.
I was gonna say, I'm not a full well-known Star Trek fan, but look at you. I mean, the identity politics in the 60s. A white dude came up with a show where you put a Japanese American, as a pilot of a spaceship. You have a black woman as a communications officer. You have a Russian co-pilot of a spaceship. You have a fucking alien as the number 2 guy, and who's Jewish, the actor. And it's just it's man, when I hear stuff like that, it's just like people who read X-Men and don't get the X-Men at all, and they're just like, man, how many times were you dropped as a kid?
I mean, it's X-Men and Star Trek are like my default examples for franchises that are woke at inception. Now, an argument can be made that X-Men wasn't intended to be woke, but Star Trek 100% was intended to be woke. It was meant to be Gene Roddenberry talking about politics, and that's what he wanted to do. And if you watch the original series, it is so political and in your face about it.
I mean, you can even make that argument for original X-Men too, because it was.
Oh yeah, no, you can make that argument.
It was made as an allegory for racial tensions at the time, so you can. It's clearly been there the entire time.
Oh yeah, no, the allegory's 100% been there.
Do you remember back in 2000 when people were like, Bryan Singer's taking X-Men and making it about pushing his gay agenda?
X-Men about minorities? What the hell?
Yeah. All right, so real quick before we watch the rest of this video, the poll is up. We are 2 out of 5 super chats in the Reloaded channel. If we hit the goal tonight, we got some interesting topics. So these are going to be top 5 best mocap performances, so motion capture performances in film. Top 5 best Disney animated characters, so these are individual characters. Top 5 worst fan theories from the MCU or DCEU, meaning things that people thought were going to happen and they didn't. And top 5 worst retcons in films and TV shows. So things that were established that were completely changed for whatever reason during the course of a film series or a TV show. So there we go. And when I said best mocap performances, it can be, because somebody mentioned Andy Serkis, it can be it can be one person that's played different characters. It's more about the way the character's portrayed. That's kind of what the mocap.
I mean, you realize you could just make that entire list off of one actor in some instances.
Yes.
I mean, probably. I mean, Caesar and Gollum have to make the list, right?
Well, we'll see. That's if it wins, we'll find out. All right, let's see what else John has to say here.
That's what ruins fandom. J.J. Abrams didn't ruin fandom. George Lucas didn't ruin your childhood. What ruins fandom are people with the inability to go, hey, I really didn't like this myself, but if you did, that's awesome. The inability to do that is what ruins fandom. Not the people who just do the best job they can making movies. And sometimes they make great movies. And sometimes they make horrible, terrible movies. But that doesn't ruin fandom.
I will let him finish.
Fandom ruins fandom. And that's something that, I think we all need to be, including myself, we all need to be more aware of.
I will agree. I don't think any
I mean-
person can ruin fandom. I think if fandom gets ruined, it is by the fans themselves, unfortunately.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I feel like fandom ruins fandom. It doesn't really mean too much. While overall, I think his point is correct. I think it'd be more accurate to just say,
Yeah.
essentially, bad faith ruins
I mean-
fandom.
I
Man,
mean, it's like that analogy that they use in. They use it in Civil War. They use it in a lot of other analogies. Like if you attack the fortress from the outside, all the shots bounce off. But if it crumbles from inside, then it's gone.
Look who has arrived in a different location.
Hello.
What's up?
I guess it's gonna be a while before Darren comes out of the closet.
Is that your closet?
This is my downstairs. I have
Oh, okay.
I have guests today, and they're sleeping upstairs.
Okay.
so-
Mhm.
I'm glad you phrased it that way, Darren.
You missed it
Yes.
because I talked earlier. I had an Omni-Man costume on the way that will not arrive till tomorrow. I was going to
Oh.
shave my beard and everything.
Eric,
Yeah.
you couldn't have got a costume from a better show.
Well, it is.
I love Invincible.
Aw,
How's my audio?
awesome. I mean,
I'm just giving Ronan a hard time.
Mm-hmm.
Is audio good?
Yeah.
Yeah, you sound really good. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
All right, we do have a super chat here, and then we're going to watch some trailers. Cameron here with a $5 super chat. Eric, have you seen the Eddie Murphy documentary trailer? Is that new?
Yes.
I didn't even know they were doing one.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. It's so funny. Eddie Murphy has such a weird history in terms of like his career because
Yeah.
he has been accused of everything you could possibly be, and he still makes family movies. It's
Yeah.
really strange to me. Really fucking strange.
I feel
And-
so bad for Eddie Murphy because here's a guy who can't get a break. Like every time he has a movie that looks like it could be his comeback, it ends up going straight to streaming. Like Beverly Hills Cop 4 should have been in theaters.
I really enjoyed
Yeah. Beverly Hills
4.
Cop 4
Yeah.
was totally solid. It was easily the second best of the series.
You mean you didn't like 3?
Oh, I know. 3 is amazing.
Yeah,
Oh,
the theme park of it all. So
God.
all right, so we might check that trailer out if we get a chance, but let's go ahead. And these trailers will 1,000%, 1,000,000% get claimed because one of them is from Netflix and the other one is going to be from,
Yeah.
I think, Paramount.
If it
I
was
think-
Disney, we'd be fine.
I was about ready to say
Oh, I know
Disney's
what
the
the
only one you
Paramount's
might
gonna
be
be.
safe with, and even then they sometimes do
Yeah,
it.
I mean, they're generally pretty fine because they have the idea, or they have gotten it through their head that, these guys sharing out our stuff and, doing these reactions, reviews,
Well-
breakdowns, whatever, they go, oh, this is free marketing. Warner Brothers doesn't get that.
Well, it's one of those things where it's like when you're watching a trailer, you're literally just watching an advertisement. Why do you have an issue with us sharing your advertisement? When you're...
It's the equivalent of, like taking your local newspaper that gets delivered to your house and showing it to your neighbor down the street.
Mhm.
Can I tell you how much I hate the new YouTube video player? It is not good.
Yeah, it's bad.
So bad. Hold on. Has anybody else seen this trailer? I haven't seen it yet. So
For what?
Stranger Things.
No,
No, I
I've
have
been busy
not.
today.
All right, let's do this. All right, how long is this trailer? It's a 3-minute trailer.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much is in here, but this will be the one and only thing I watch from Stranger Things until the season starts. So let's go ahead and see what it's got. By the way, if this is claimed and you're watching on playback, I'm sorry. Is there a time jump in this one? Do we know of?
Yes. Yes.
Do we know how long it is? I forgot. We looked at it the other day, but I don't remember.
I think it's either 6 or 8 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
it's not
think
huge.
it's based on how much older the actors are.
Well, I think
Wi-
I know Netflix said they're going to use CGI DH the actors, but I'm like, what?
Oh.
Are they
I
in
mean,
their mid-20s?
That
that's
did not work
yeah, I
in
don't-
It
I don't
Chapter
know.
2.
I don't know why you need to do that because, if they're
Yeah.
made this point more than once, if you're going, for that 80s aesthetic, there's nothing more
Yes.
80s than
Yeah.
having people in their mid-20s.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
100%.
I'm still confused about or not confused, but I'm curious how they're going to deal with the time jump. Because you literally end the season with the Upside Down coming to Hawkins and this invasion happening. It's all right, so they're going back to high school. How
Yeah.
are they going to manage that storyline?
Apparently, they're blocked off just like Walking
Oh.
Dead or something.
He got rid of the really bad haircut. Thank God.
Yeah, so they're behind these cages. What's funny is that this is definitely a copyrighted song, so I'm surprised.
Oh, yeah.
Is
I'm
she the
surprised.
Green,
fucking-
baby.
Is she the fucking Avatar now?
Yeah, this is crazy.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. With this song playing, I'm partially thinking of Highlander too.
Yeah, no, it's just the whole song.
Yeah, who was that blonde with the gun?
No matter the cost.
Are they adding new characters this season?
In the
Oh,
final,
I'm
season-
sure they will.
I thought they said they weren't.
That's what
Oh,
I heard
really?
too, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah,
I would assume every
I-
season
I-
of every show will add
so
at least
I
one
hadn't seen the
character.
trailer yet before this. I was wondering if they were going to show her in the trailer at all.
Max, yeah, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
I
I
was
wonder
wondering-
how long she's in the hospital. Like how long of the season is she like
Well, because there was already
not
a
in the
jump.
season?
There was
Yeah.
already a jump in the season 4 finale, wasn't there? Like in the finale itself. After what
Too
happened.
much time's passed. I don't remember.
I don't
God, it
remember.
might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there was
I'm-
already a time jump near the end.
I'm gonna have to go on YouTube and watch one of those. Like, in case you forgot, here's what happened in season 4.
because everybody
Yeah.
forgot.
I've
Yeah.
been trying to rewatch the whole series because I don't remember anything.
But yeah,
Oh.
play that again. I want to see who that is.
All right.
Right there.
I think she's a
That's
new
Linda
character.
Hamilton.
Yeah.
But the lady in the kitchen, I think that's Mrs. Wheeler.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was Miss Wheeler. I was talking about. Yeah, that is Linda Hamilton. Okay,
Looks like Sarah
Is Linda
Connor.
Hamilton in this? Linda.
You
that's
said it looks like Sarah Connor. That's hilarious.
Fresh off a Resident Evil.
you're hilarious, Darren.
Yeah.
Says the person who hasn't seen those.
Who are these kids behind him? Like,
Yeah, 3 of those are new characters. Oh no, wait, that one might be Susie. Is that one Susie, Dustin's girlfriend, next
The
to
one with
Mike?
The one with the glasses?
I think maybe. And then those 2 in
She
the back,
looks-
I think, are new.
She looks very different if that's her.
Those 2 in the back, I'm pretty sure, are new characters.
They're introducing the new cast for Stranger Things: The Next Generation.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I wish they didn't bring in new characters.
Hey, it's
I
like-
really wanted to focus on the new guy or the OGs, but we'll see.
Right.
I can't wait for season 1 with the new generation coming out.
well,
in
they are
5
doing
years.
spinoffs. You know that for sure. So,
Well, they're working on them. They haven't been like officially confirmed yet.
yeah.
It's the about the new class, but with monsters.
Up in volumes again. Any thoughts
It
on
is.
that?
It's not enough. I wish they'd go to weekly drops.
Yes.
Will Byers is boned.
I'd feel better if it wasn't on holidays. I hate them being like, oh, spend all 3 holidays with us. It's like,
It's like,
Yeah.
well,
Shut up.
yeah. You just met everybody at Thanksgiving dinner. It's like, oh, sorry guys, I gotta go. I got
Yeah.
other stuff
I
to
don't watch
do.
Stranger Things.
Or you
Yeah.
stay up
There's-
till like 3 or 4 in the morning, depending on where you are, to watch it when it drops.
5
right
episodes
away.
of Stranger Things just dropped, and they're all 90 minutes long.
Yeah, it's like 6
Yeah.
hours of television.
I mean, I get it during. Granted, I don't like the split ups, but I could get it during season 4 because they put a lot of it out, the first part of it near Memorial Day, and they put out the back. I was about to say back half, but it's really just 2 episodes.
Yeah.
They put that out around July 4th when like a lot
Yeah.
of people would be traveling, maybe on vacation. They can watch it from a hotel, whatever. That I get. I still don't
Those
love
holidays
it. I
are better.
get it.
No.
But when you put it at Thanksgiving and Christmas, well, we'll see how it works.
I'll take
think
it.
I think it's fine for like casual people, but I feel really bad for like the reaction
diehards.
channels and the people covering it.
Oh yeah.
It's like, hey, have fun recording for 5 hours and then
Yeah,
editing
and then
for 10
editing,
hours,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
it's like good luck with that.
Yeah, and then probably fighting copyright all the while.
Yeah.
It's far superior to all episodes at once. At least it's not all.
I agree.
episodes at once. I wish it was weekly, but I'll take it over all episodes at once. Kill that model now.
This is the closest we'll get to the water cooler talk.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
like.
Yeah.
I am excited to be able to talk about it 3 separate times, which I've
Yeah.
never been able to do with Stranger Things before. So that's exciting, at least.
Lone Wolf here with a $5 super chat and a channel member. Any predictions on who dies? Better not be my favorite Steve or I riot. I mean, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
everybody has
Steve.
their idea of who they're going to die.
Steve was
so.
supposed to die in season 1.
Steve dies. Steve's our Iron Man.
I
You
gotta
think
tell you,
so? Is that what you're
I'm-
saying? For real? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm rewatching the series and I'm mad at Steve all over again for breaking the camera. So I don't know, right? Right now I'm angry at Steve. So
What
Oh,
if they
that
all
matter.
give their lives? for
I
Hoskins.
I think it's either going to be Will or 11 or both.
What about Mike?
Because they are like Will and 11 are the two that are most connected to the Upside Down, and I feel like it's going to be one or both of them.
I just noticed the chat box is tall as
God
shit.
damn
Like,
it.
what is going on?
God damn it, Parker.
You can change it
my
now.
God.
It has like 3 different. It has like 3 or 4
Parker,
new
no.
options.
Oh, why?
What?
Why? Pull up Parker's thing. Oh.
That was a surprisingly good movie. Did you guys see that movie?
What,
What,
Minecraft?
Endgame?
Minecraft?
Endgame?
That was a good movie. I didn't want to see it, but because of all the in-theater shenanigans, but Warner Brothers sent me the disc for review, and it's really entertaining.
I am less thrilled with it, but
Which one?
I am proud that I've not seen it.
Minecraft.
What are we talking about?
Mm.
Oh,
I did-
Minecraft.
I did not like it.
I've never been.
I haven't watched it because everybody that I trust told me that if you don't like Minecraft, the movie makes no sense.
See, I don't know anything about the game. I've never played the game. I know jack shit
No.
about the game.
I know this much about Minecraft. Like
I know
very
less
little.
than that.
Yeah.
But I just enjoyed it as a movie. I just thought it was very funny.
I would say it makes sense if you're not hugely into Minecraft. It has a coherent story, but it's almost a movie based entirely around memes too,
Mhm.
which is I found frustrating.
They already made a movie based around fucking emojis, so I mean, how more into
Oh,
that
it's
do you
way
need-
better than that.
Like,
let's
how
be real.
more into that do
Let's-
you need to lean?
I would say if you like Nacho Libre and Napoleon Dynamite, you'll enjoy it.
Okay.
Those are on widely different spectrums.
Hey, those are the same filmmaker.
I like both of those
Same
movies.
guy made all 3 of them.
Yeah, and one of those is far superior to the other 2.
I want to talk about
Which
Napoleon
one?
Dynamite, so hang a hat on that. I got to talk about that, and we'll talk about it in a second. But Big Fieldy here, channel member for 1 month. Thank you for the support, Big Fieldy. Stranger Things has gone on way too long. I think a lot of people agree with that, even though we're excited for like seeing what's going to happen. I think it's just taken so long to get here.
Yeah,
It's been 3 years.
It took 10 years to get 5 seasons of TV, and I get it. Stuff happened. Strikes, COVID. They had a tragedy in one of their locations back in 2019, so that slowed down things. I get that happened, but I think, granted, I've liked the show for the most part, but I think the Duffer Brothers have been kind of up their own ass, dragging this out for as long as they have, and the whole thing of, it's going to be done in 2025. We're going to hold it to the very last fucking day of the year and try and keep a hold of that.
Yeah, I did see they're going to do like a limited release on the finale.
That's awesome.
I'm not sure. Like, I mean, of course, the fans are going to go see it because I think it releases on the same day that it releases on Netflix, right? Isn't that how they're doing it?
New Year's Eve or New Year's Day?
Yeah, and I think it's in theaters for like a week or so.
Yeah, who needs to watch the ball drop?
I'd like to see it in theaters.
I would like to as well.
But also, this really has to stick to landing because it's been 3 years since season 4. It's been over 10 years since the first season dropped, and it's just like
2016 was when season 1 dropped,
and it's like the momentum is going there, and it's like you gotta stick the landing. If not, if they don't stick the landing, people are gonna say, "Oh, just season 1 was the solid one," and then everything else was just breadcrumbs, and it's just like, no, it can't be that. Like,
So the trailer, hot or rot? Is it hot or is it rot?
I mean, it was a solid trailer.
It's a very good trailer.
I mean, I heard all day that it was like the greatest trailer that's ever been made. So like, maybe I might be like a little disappointed just based on expectations, but like, it's a solid trailer. It's fun.
Well, they showed us visuals without it spoiling stuff, or actually, which I appreciate. But then again, as a creator, it sucked because they kept getting copyrighted, and you're using Queen, so that makes sense. But
we're gonna watch Scream 7 in a second, Lone Wolf. So, and I think that one will probably get claimed too, but we'll see what happens with that.
Oh, Scream!
Yeah, I don't know. I checked out a Scream years ago, so I don't really know what to think about this trailer.
I think the movies are awesome. Just kind of what they did with Scream 7 to boot out the new characters and bring in.
All that drama.
The originals was just.
I have
really
such mixed,
shitty.
I have such mixed feelings on that. Like I can get into it later, but I have such mixed feelings on that.
Okay, so before we get into that, though, I want to say what I was going to say about Napoleon Dynamite. Napoleon Dynamite was one of my favorite guilty pleasure movies for years. I love that movie. I would watch it and I would laugh at stuff over and over and over again. And about I guess less than a year ago, I put it on again for the first time in a long time, and I didn't laugh at anything. I was
I
like,
feel like
Aw.
has
that
the
movie's
comedy
good
not
to
held
watch.
up for me over the years? I don't know.
I'll
That
be
movie's
honest.
good to watch one time.
I was just gonna say I
Oh.
remember watching the first half hour of it and then I just stopped and never picked it up because
Take it a toss, man.
there's
No,
elements of it where I was like, it's all right.
Like
but,
nostalgically
nothing
in my
thrilled me.
mind, I
Yeah.
love it. Like I have a vote
Mm.
for Pedro shirt and all that. Like I have all the things that you would expect for a fan of the movie. But on a rewatch for like the 50th time, I'm just like, it's not funny to me anymore. I just don't laugh at it
no.
anymore.
Nacho
That's
Libre
like-
is the clear better out of those three movies.
See, I think that I'd say Napoleon Dynamite's the best of the three, but I know what you mean because I feel the same way about Spaceballs. I feel like Spaceballs hasn't held up well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
May the force be with you.
I mean, I do enjoy Spaceballs, but I would actually argue it is not one of my favorite Mel Brooks movies. I know lots of people.
Young
consider it one of
Frankenstein
their
is
favorites.
the one for me.
Surrounded by
Oh yeah, Young
assholes.
Frankenstein, and then probably Blazing Saddles for me. And then-
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch this this trailer for Scream 7, and then we're gonna talk about the George Martin attacking ChatGPT thing briefly, and then I have a surprise game we're gonna play. That I haven't told anybody about, so we'll be doing that in a second. And it requires no prep at all. It's literally not a non-prep.
Darren, get your mystery mushroom.
So here we go. Scream 7. Let's see what they got. This
Oh,
again, if you're
boy.
watching this on playback, this might not be here. They might have me remove it, so we'll see.
This is it.
Can't believe we're staying at the Psycho Killer B&B.
Wow.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh,
It's a motion detector.
Hold on. I gotta
Wait, what was
process
that? Did he
Oh.
roll on the floor for that? What?
Okay.
She was falling. He just rolled over and held his knife up, so she fell on the knife. So,
Okay.
what's your favorite scary movie? No, just kidding. Thanks. What was that?
Is that the chick from the Young Sheldon show?
Yes.
Mc-
Mackenzie
I know
Grace?
McKenna Grace from Ghostbusters is in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she on
She-
Young Sheldon?
She was like the young actress in every single like movie
Hmm.
and show for the last 10 years, and now she's finally grown up.
Yeah.
Believe me, they're not. Believe me,
I
they
mean,
are not.
knowing
There are-
Scream, I'm sure it'll be fake outs.
there's a
and shit.
lot
Like,
of rumors about things that are in this movie.
It's gonna be fun.
All right.
Watch
Thoughts,
half of this.
everyone? I
Wait,
wanna
wait,
hear
wait.
what you thought about it,
Watch half
Wait,
of this
can
not
you-
even be in the movie.
Can you play that last bit again? Just that like last like 3 seconds.
Let's see.
Right here. That like
Yeah,
It's gonna be fun.
Face mask behind the.
that was Matthew Lillard. That
Mhm.
was his voice.
Oh.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
already confirmed to be in.
He
this.
is a yeah. But like I thought I heard him. And
Oh
then,
my
yeah.
god, they're doing that? They're actually bringing him back? That was just a crazy fan theory forever.
They're
know.
bringing
Anyway,
back everybody in this.
It
he
was
had-
announced a
He
couple
had a
months ago.
television on his head. You know?
Screamers assemble.
Which I wish they didn't tell people.
Scream
Like
no
that's
Yeah,
such a
true.
good reveal. Like I don't know why they did that unless it's like
But- But that's the thing. Nobody knows
Yeah.
for sure how they're coming back.
Yeah, it could be
Because
like how Screet Ulrich came back in the last.
pretty much every dead
Yeah.
killer from the franchise is in this film.
I wonder if it's gonna be like a flashback or something. Like people think it's going to be like, oh, it's him in the mask, but it's a I don't know, it's like a plot twist or something. I don't know.
Scream versus the world.
Oh god.
So what do we think of the trailer? Hot or rot?
It's something.
I mean,
Eh.
with the exception possibly of Scream 3, I've liked all the Scream movies, but again,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't like how they kicked out the younger cast for
Yes.
this. Whatever. Like, and I like bringing Kevin Williamson back. I don't object to bring back the original cast again, but I just don't like how they did it. As the trailer on its own, I thought it was fine.
I'm with you, Bob. I'm a huge Scream fan. I love the
Yeah.
Scream movies except Scream 3. We're totally on the same page there. Scream 3 is the bad Scream movie.
Mhm.
But they really did the new cast bad
Yeah.
in this.
dirty.
And that kind of
Yeah.
made me not want to see the film. However, they did all the right things in
Yeah.
getting the fans' interest back. They brought back Kevin Williamson. Kevin Williamson's directing it. As a Scream fan, God, you want to see that. You
I'm not
definitely
gonna
wanna
lie. I
see that.
wish he was writing it too.
But I think he co-wrote it. But here's the thing. I, as a Scream fan, did not want to see what's her name back?
Sydney.
Sydney. I
Same.
did not want Sydney back.
I was done.
because
Yeah.
I was okay for
Sydney-
story being done. Yeah.
Sydney got her happy ending. Like,
Yeah.
she's married, she's got kids. And what happens when you keep bringing characters back in a franchise like this? Eventually, you kill them.
Yeah.
We saw it. We saw it with Luke Skywalker. We saw it with Han Solo. We saw it with Laurie Strode in Halloween
Yeah.
Resurrection. Eventually, when you keep bringing these characters back, eventually you get to the point where you have to kill them.
Yeah.
And I don't want her to die. I want her to have her happy ending. I
Yeah.
like the fact that Scream 5 passed the torch to a new generation, and
Yes.
Scream 6, the only Scream movie she wasn't in, is one of the best ones.
It's my favorite.
Yeah. Scream 6 is my favorite Scream movie not written by Kevin Williamson.
Mhm.
I did not like Scream 5.
Fallen
I
Gemini
understand.
says maybe they will bring back the dead villains as someone using AI in the universe to mimic their voices.
I will say this, though. If you are bringing back Matthew Lillard, you do kind of have to have Sydney there, because
Right back.
it doesn't make sense for him to be going after the new people. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
you're going to
Yeah.
want him to have that connection.
Right.
So,
I mean, again, I'd prefer if none of these nostalgic people were back outside of maybe one or two. Like, again, this is me saying someone as like a newer fan. Like, I didn't see the original 4 in theaters, right? I binged them in preparation for 5. I loved 5. I had a blast with 5. And then I adored 6. And like this new cast was like, well, that's my Scream, because those were the ones I was watching in theaters. Those are the ones I've been watching the last couple of years, and I was ecstatic for 7. And then that news came out, and it was just such a devastating time, especially like why it was happening and the situations behind the scene was just disgusting. And then everything since was them literally like flashing candy in front of us, being like, "Oh, don't think about that. Don't think about that. Here's Matthew Lillard and Sydney and all the cast that did come back is a little disgusting to me. It's like, oh, did your friendship mean nothing? Okay, all right, I guess."
And I found that stupid how people were like putting some of the blame on Jenna Ortega. It's like, I don't think she was in the wrong whatsoever. So you can miss me with that.
Yeah, well, Jenna Ortega walked because they fired her friend.
Yeah.
I don't blame her.
Also, she didn't need that. Jenna does not need Scream. Like, she's like, fine, I'll leave. The other actors probably do. Like,
Lone Wolf chiming in with his ranking here. My Scream ranking, worst to best, is 3 being worst, 6 being second worst, then 5, then 2, then 4, then 1. Does anybody want to counter that with their ranking?
I would swap 5 and 6 and say there's a massive gulf between 5 and 6 as well for quality.
I think Scream 2 is far and away the best. I love Scream 2. Scream 2 might be my favorite horror movie. Then Scream 1 is the second best. Then Scream 6 is the third best. I think Scream 2 and 6
I think Scream 4 is underrated. I really like Scream 4. It's actually
I like
my
4,
second favorite.
I like 4 too, but I'd
franchise.
tie it with 5. I don't know that I could pick a favorite between 4 and 5. They're both about the same to me.
Quintel says I stopped watching after that because this is the first part of it. Sorry. I can understand that, Darren. I'm older, not going to say how really more to the OG Scream. I saw 1 to 4 in theaters, and then she stopped watching after that because they didn't interest her, but she may go back.
Fair enough.
Yeah, 5 is my least favorite.
Wow.
Really? Worse than 3?
I loved 5, man.
Fair enough. I mean, if I'm going best to worst, it would, or worst to best, I'd say 5, 3, 6, 2, 1, 4.
Interesting. Darth Zen says Scream films. I've never been a fan, but hope fans did like the new trailer. Joshua here says, did you guys hear Dewey's voice near the end?
Mm-hmm.
Is Dewey back?
Everybody's back.
His death was so good too. Like,
So Melissa was accused of anti-Semitism, but her post really wasn't.
No, her post was actually fairly milquetoast. It was pretty much a pro ceasefire post.
I hope she gets a good role soon. Like, I really want her.
Yeah.
Like, like she got blamed for like being a bad actress in that first movie, and like fair enough, I guess. But she really improved by 6. Like I thought she had really grown as an actress, and I was excited to see her that continued journey in this one.
Yeah.
I wanted to like finish off the like trilogy. Like I would have been completely fine with this movie right here if it was 8. If they like let them do their 7, and then 8 is like, okay, everyone's coming back for like a one final Scream movie with 8 or something. Like
Kyle says 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 3. I guess that's best or worst.
Why 6 so low? Come on.
I go 6, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3. I think.
Okay.
See, you and me are like opposites because I have 4 near the top.
So
I thought I liked it, but I didn't love it.
Yeah,
Okay,
see,
so
we're like opposites on 4 and 5. I did not like 5. You love 5.
Hey, can we take a moment and tip our hat to Scream 5 for making the fandom menace the villains?
So I'll go ahead and do my official ranking. Best to worst: 1, 4, 2, 6, 5, 3.
I think that's fair.
I didn't see this, but I'm not too shocked.
Grace Randolph complaining. Shock. Surprise.
All right. Tony says 1, 4, 2, 6, 5, 3. So 3 at the bottom, 1 at the top.
Fair enough.
Oh, that was
I don't think there's a bad ranking of these either. Like,
Yeah.
I think Scream is one of those rare franchises where I don't necessarily think there's a bad installment.
Jay is
Like,
telling
I
us
think-
to hit the goal.
3
Cool.
is brought up simply because it is like definitely the one that stands out to me as kind
I
of
think
definitely
3 is
top
the
of all.
worst. I don't think it's bad.
I don't think it's
I think there's a
bad.
difference.
I don't-
Yeah.
4.
There's a lot to enjoy in it.
Scream 3 was also the one that was written by, a real talented screenwriter named Aaron Kruger, who also wrote all the Michael Bay Transformer movies and Reindeer Games.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess I'm the only one that has 4 as their favorite.
Well, here it says Lone
I
with the
do
$5
think
super chat.
great
Oh,
and
good.
four
Bob.
is
Go, Bob.
excellent.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Lone with a $5 super chat, which takes us to our goal, which means we're going to be picking one of the things off the list for another stream. The only gripe I have with 4 is it ended with Jill going to the hospital. I would say cool, ballsy ending. Once we get to the hospital, it drags. Thoughts on that?
I don't think it ever drags. I like Scream 4 a lot.
I need to rewatch them.
I think Scream 4 does an excellent job of essentially doing the reboot killer story. I thought it was fun.
Oh, by the way, Scream 4, one of the cops in that movie is the Shazam movie's own Captain Marvel Jr. What's that guy's name? I can't think of his name now. Adam something.
What are the cops in Scream 4?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Chris gives his ranking here. 6. What? Scream. Oh, sorry.
Adam Brody. Thank
Scream
you, Chris.
3.
Adam Brody.
Scream 2. I guess this is worst to best because you got 3 at the end. So Scream 3, Scream 2, Scream 5, Scream 4, Scream 6, and then Scream.
I mean, 3 could be his favorite. You don't know.
Could be. It's very possible. All right, so very quickly, I want to explain. Starting next stream, we're going to be looking at the rankings in the chat. So right now, for example, we're going to look at our top rankings. The 3 people at the top of the list right now are Lone Wolf, Cameron, and Connor are the 3 at the top. What will happen is in each stream, I will take the top 3. They'll go into a little spinny thing. And that spinny thing will determine who carries on to the end of the month. And then at the end of November, I'll be giving away a signed t-shirt from me from the merch shop, one that's not out yet, as well as 2 other little bonus gifts. So we'll be doing that each stream. I'll remind you guys when we get closer to that.
What are they ranked on?
What do you mean?
On the little XP thing. inside
Oh,
chat.
yeah, it's XP. You can actually you can get into the rankings without doing anything at all. You just have to chat a lot. But things like super stickers and super chats do help push you up into the rankings. But you can get rankings from just chatting. So it doesn't actually cost anything. Just being here chatting, you're participating.
All right. Now, Darren, just get all 6 or 7 of your alt accounts ready and then just start firing.
Oh, yeah,
away
of course.
chat.
Yeah.
So I'll explain it more next. Well, it'll all make sense next week. All right. So we want to talk about this now, which is George R.R. Martin. Sue OpenAI, aka ChatGPT, The judge says they can now. So ChatGPT generated Game of Thrones content similar enough to infringe copyright. OpenAI's motion to dismiss was denied. Thoughts
Good.
on this?
Yeah.
Somebody wants to finish off the Winds of Winter,
Yeah,
but this is dangerous. Yeah, like it.
Mm-hmm. If somebody
It's
wants to
like-
finish it off, that's fine, but actually fucking write it.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
like,
that.
do it yourself.
Yeah, this is like if people are aiming for George, any other creative writer is on the board.
This is what you call setting like a precedence. Like this will establish what they can do and what they can't do. Which is what we've been waiting for. So I'm gonna keep an eye on this case to see what's gonna happen. Because here's the thing, anybody can write a fanfic. You can go on, you can write a fanfic about any character, put it out on some random website and say, this is my fanfic, charge no money for it, and call it a day. But that's not what's happening here. What's happening here is somebody went into ChatGPT and basically told ChatGPT to write the final book based on everything that had happened previously and the natural progression of the story. So it would get like an accurate sort of ending to the series based on everything that had happened prior to this. And I guess it was close enough to what George has actually written that he felt like it was infringing on his copyright. So that's kind of
Yeah, that's creepy and dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah, there was Disney and Universal suing Midjourney as well. Yeah, there's a lot of AI cases coming up. This kind of stuff is so early on, it's going to force some sort of legislation, which is what I think people are trying to do. Because writers, right now, anybody in the art industry is at a huge risk with things like this not being regulated. And this is a really good example of that. I don't know which way this is going to go. You know, it could end up going into George's favor, and OpenAI has to sort of restrict people from pulling content like this. Or it could go against his favor. They could say this isn't a copyright infringement and people are just using it like a fanfic. You know what I mean? As long as they're not selling it, who cares? I don't know. Any other thoughts on this at all? Or any opinions?
Just be careful, George. Just be careful. All the other authors, be careful because
These are treacherous waters.
yeah, it's literally the Wild Wild West.
Yeah, it's definitely
without the giant robot spider.
It's definitely a scary time. I think authors in general is just a dying breed these days, just because books are really, really hard. Like, it's a hard and long and treacherous process. As someone who's friends with a couple authors, it's like, all right, I'm going to spend 5 years writing what I believe in just for everyone to be like, no, we're good, you know?
Right.
So the idea of someone being able to, I can do this in like 10 minutes, you know, like, I could just type in a thing and it'll write my book for me is a scary concept. It is really, really scary. But I don't justify it, obviously, but I can also understand that like headspace of being like, wait, I can make this easier on myself.
Well, that's a lot of writers have said it fixes writer's block because you just copy and paste whatever you've written and you go, hey, where should I go with this? And then it'll like spit out a bunch of ideas. And you're like, oh shit, that's good. I can just go with that. You know what I mean?
Well, and tough because
I was just gonna say, if you're just using it kind of like a tool, just kind of like, hey, help give me ideas, and then you choose the idea and you roll with it, that's fine. But if you're actually using it to write sections and shit like that, fuck that.
Yeah, no, it's tough because I know people who write professionally for a living, and whenever you're, especially when you're in works of fiction, sure you can sit and really think hard about a world and a character you're making, like what makes it stand out, what are its everyday traits, like how do the people in said world get by, like what are their characteristics, stuff like that. It takes a long time to write a compelling world and characters. Or you can just say, fuck it, character has weird thing here and speaks funny, and then you just half-ass your way through a lot of it. And unfortunately, I feel like that's what happens, especially on the video game side of things. You get a lot of writers who have been lax within the last couple of years who don't really care about the narrative that they're writing. And even worse, on the in places like Japan, you get these really bad localizations who take a concept and then use that localization as a chance to put their own spin on it and say, hey, we're going to take this thing and we're going to do what we think can make it better. It's like, no, that's not your job. Your job is to take what's already written and translate it to the understandable language to the best of your ability. Not put your own stamp on it because you think you know better. It just pisses me off whenever that happens.
All right, we're gonna drop that for a moment. I want to give everybody the list for tonight. So these are the two we're gonna try and do. We might only get one, but we're gonna try to do these. One of them is top 5 best Marvel castings. So actors that you thought were excellent in their roles, and it can be anyone: TV shows, movies, or animated. Voice actors count too. So,
okay.
And it's not MCU; it's Marvel casting. So any Marvel project that has happened at any point outside of the comic books is considered fair game.
Dallas, I might have to head out because I have to work on something on the house, but I'll see if I can come back before you all close your stream. But if not, happy Halloween for anybody in the East Coast. And yeah, stay safe out there mañana.
All right. See you later, Ronan.
See y'all
later.
Happy holidays, buddy.
So top 5 best Marvel castings and best sidekicks.
See, on one side I miss them, but then on the other side it's like, okay, now we don't have to fight for slot entries. Oh, look, I'm eating the words now over here.
Best sidekick.
Best sidekick, and this counts for anything. It's not just
a lot of
so
do a
best
lot
Marvel
of Ben 10
casting.
characters.
I'm sorry,
Best Marvel
Darren.
casting and best sidekick.
I just thought of the line, Darren. Who knows? He might make a good sidekick.
What were you saying, Bob? Sorry.
So it's best Marvel casting and best sidekick.
Those are the 2 lists that we're going to do, and I'll let you guys determine which one we start with, just in case we have to jump out early. But yeah, best sidekick in anything. So it could be comic books, cartoons, movies, TV shows. It is a games, any character that is a supporting character in any property, ever.
Okay.
So it opens the door for that. But while we're doing that, we're going to play a little game that I came up with for tonight. Actually, before we do that, no, I lied. I do have one more small thing to talk about.
Lying's not good.
You liar.
Yeah. I saw this today and I made a video about it, but I just want to get everybody else's take on this. Lantern showrunner Chris Mundy says Jon Stewart's construct powers are based in creativity, while Hal Jordan just wants to hit everything with the big green fist. And in my video, as far as I know, unless something changed in the comics, Kyle Rayner was the creative one. He was the
because he's the one that has a graphic design background,
right? Whereas Jon Stewart builds things like they are actually built like an engineer would.
Yeah,
because he has a military background,
right?
So that makes sense why his would be more like that.
And he's an architect.
Whereas Hal's have been a little more freeform.
Yeah,
like punching, kicking, arrows, giant fists, things like that.
His have had a lot of variety, whereas as you saw in Superman, Guy Gardner's are very generic and lack creativity.
So in my video, I said this doesn't really make me want to I don't hate the show for doing this, but it just brings up the question: are they going to use Kyle at all? If they're going to give John Kyle's role as a Lantern, then
well, to be fair, I mean, my daughter's studying architecture. Architecture does require creativity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Well, but that's not the full quote. In the quote, he talks about sculpture. Like, I'll open it up. They talk about more than that in the quote. Let me click it here. The full quote is this right here. Oh God, I hate this little video box that it loads. One thing we attacked from the beginning was that the Green Lantern's powers, a lot of it is based in creativity, which is that original tweet that we saw there. To manifest things from the Lantern rings, you've got to manifest something from your brain, but also kind of from your soul. What does that look like? What does it feel like? I imagine it's not much different than being a sculptor or a painter. And Aaron had to be able to sell that John could have that ability. So specifically, he's talking about sculpting and painting, which is not Jon Stewart. That is Kyle Rayner.
Right. Well, I
so
heard
that's the
that. See, I don't even know if they're going to use Kyle Rayner because I think I referenced this this Twitter post where somebody put up a thing of 8 characters. And they said, hey, James, what are the odds of having these 8 appear in the DCU? And James Gunn says, well, 4 of 8 do. And it looks like the one of the ones that might not be appearing, at least for the time being, was Kyle Rayner of that mentioned 8.
Yeah. I'm not saying that they don't have to be creative. I think all lanterns have to be creative. That's part of their job, right? Like I get that part. You know, it's like Hal Jordan is more of a reactive guy. He just does whatever he needs to do in that moment. John Stewart does like full on guns and tanks and things that literally look like the things you would see.
Yeah.
You know, whereas Kyle Rayner is more artistic in the way he does things. So it's just weird to me they used this sculptor or painter and then attach that to John Stewart. That to me sounds like Kyle Rayner. That's just me personally. So
yeah, to me, it's almost like they chose Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan, but then just through a randomizer of what characteristics they want them to have and superimpose them rather than actually look through the comic history and decide what characters they want to use. And it's
R.L. Morales says, I love how sidekick is a signature move turn position. Oh my God, like sports. Look, Jay goes, aren't most people a sidekick? I think in media, sidekicks are very defined, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But, you know, we'll see. Anyway, yeah, it's really interesting. I just wanted to get Ray's take on that. That wanted to chime in. Oh, wait, Lone Wolf got a super chat here, $2 super chat, and says, you mentioned Chris, what's your opinion on Jeremy Johns? I didn't have an issue with Jeremy Johns back in the day, but then I found out he did a bunch of problematic stuff that I didn't know about, and I'm like, I'm going to stay away from this guy.
Yeah,
I don't know. He's
never been one. Like, I don't have a huge issue with him, but like, he's never been one of my favorites.
He's in the same category as somebody like Grace Randolph.
Oh God, Grace Randolph's so bad. I would not put them anywhere near each other. But
all right, so
he's
this.
Not great.
Thank you for the super chat, Lone Wolf. So this is the trick or treat wheel. What we're gonna do is anybody that wants to play, we're gonna go down the line here, and I'm gonna spin the wheel, and then you will get a question based on a trick or a treat. So does everybody want to play, or does anybody want to bow out before we do this? Because it's going to be really interesting here.
I'll play, but I'm
intrigued. I am.
All right. So Bob,
I'll play, but I'm not trusting you.
Okay.
That's part of the fun. That's one.
Bob is going to get. Oh, Bob gets treat 1. Where's that?
Oh. Is it a cupcake?
All right. So treat 1 is give us your favorite memory of Halloween, Bob.
Oh my God. You're digging deep. Man, this is surface level, but I just love every Halloween I get with my kids. So just in general, like
That's
I don't have anything
fair
too specific.
answer.
But yeah,
Totally fair answer.
Anytime
yeah.
I get to go trick or treating with my kids, fucking amazing.
And anybody in the chat that wants to answer these can feel free to do so. But in order for time to work, we're just going to do one panelist for each one. So fair enough. Good answer. Good answer. Are you going to play, Joe? You want to spin the wheel?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So that, yeah. Oh, treat 3. So all the treats are getting eliminated before we get to the bottom. I can see that already.
Damn.
All right, hold on. Let's do treat the 3 here is. What are some of your favorite YouTube channels to relax to?
Well, I guess I'm gonna pimp out my friends here. The Daily Woo, Adam the Woo, the Daily Woo. Your channel, of course. What else? My friend Heath over at Serial at Midnight. I love Serial at Midnight. And I'll say Coker Culture. My friend Zach's channel, Coker Culture.
There we go. Good deal. Are you gonna play, Jake? Because we got 2 treats in a row. We haven't had any tricks yet.
Oh no.
So,
Yeah, go ahead.
all right. Let's see.
How'd we get a trick, Jake?
All right.
Tricks are for rabbits.
Oh, we are gonna get our first trick. All right. Trick number 2. Where is this at?
Uh-oh.
It's 3, not 2.
Oh, all right. Here we go. 3. All right. Poke, marry, kill 3 people on the stream right now.
What the hell?
Oh my god.
Let's take a reroll.
Do you want to do 2 instead?
Yeah, sure. Let's do 2.
Right. What is your most embarrassing fail on camera?
Oh, you have a great answer for this, Jake.
I'll remove 2 since I've hit it the wrong one. Anyway.
Well, I know what I'm thinking, but you don't know the one I'm thinking about. So what are you referring to?
I figured it was your fist up on this very show.
Oh. Well, I mean, yeah, that one's pretty bad. For some reason, the one that pops into my mind immediately, this is back when I had my old channel in 2021. I was doing a Harry Potter game marathon because that's when the first movie turned 20 years old. So I was streaming through all the movie tie-in games and got home from work one day to stream them. I was so damn tired to where, so two things happened. I'm literally playing the game like this. I'm asleep and I'm playing like this, and I'm there asleep for like 3 minutes, and it got to the point where I still can't believe this happened. About 5 minutes after I woke up, I started readjusting, getting comfortable. Then part of my chair snapped.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that was a pretty bad 2-for-1 combination. That's the first one I can think.
That was actually, I actually think that was more, and that was a worse question than the one that you got initially before we did it by an accident. All right, so it's time for Darren. Let's see.
Oh boy! Hope we get trick number 3.
Yeah, that's a fun one. Wait, what is that?
Oh,
God damn
Trick
it!
number 4.
That was
All right.
all right. You know what? Hell yeah, let's do it.
All right.
all right,
All right.
Darren.
You have to spend a whole week with one of the panelists, but you have no privacy. Who would it be and why?
I mean, I'm probably closest with Jake on this panel.
I felt like
feel
that was the direction we were
I
going to
feel
go.
like-
Yeah.
I feel like we basically spend the whole week together anyway because we're doing all these streams anyway. So we'll
Right.
just spend it watching X-Men and Arrow and shit.
Yeah.
So that's easy.
Okay, fair enough. That wasn't too bad.
I knew
As soon as I read that out, I'm like, he's probably going to pick Jake.
Yeah.
I knew I was Darren.
All right, so we're back to Bob now. Here we go.
I hope
Why
you
haven't
get
you had to
great.
do
I
any
want
of
you. I
these?
want you to be in
Because
this
I already know the
situation.
questions. Treat number 2. All right. Are you there, Bob?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Tell us what your favorite Halloween candy is, but when you were a kid. So not currently. When you were a kid, what was your favorite Halloween candy?
Well, it's not too far off now. It's not my favorite anymore, but still high up there. It's Reese's peanut butter cups.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that
What
would
is it
probably be
now?
one of my favorites too. Yeah, what is it now? I'm curious.
Usually Score bars or Heath bars.
Okay.
He's this good.
All right. So since it looks like Joe is AFK, that means
I
it is
hate Heath bars. I'm sorry.
it is Jake's turn.
Delicious. There.
So because Joe is AFK, so
So
Jake.
there's a 1 in 3 chance I'm safe.
This might eliminate all the treats.
If we get that one before, I'm re-rolling it again. Damn it.
Trick 1. All right.
It's all done to trick now.
This is funny. Tell us a person's channel you pretend to watch, but you don't.
Oh, there's a couple you could from the past at least.
Let's see. Eric's reload. No.
Oh, there we go. Call me out.
I mean, I have said that whenever someone's like, "Hey, watch this," I'll be like, "Oh yeah, sure," and I just never do.
So you're bad about it in general. You're like, there's no specific person. It's just like sometimes I don't watch.
I mean, I am bad about it in general, but there are some that I make a point to avoid.
Right. Fair enough.
Do I want to out this?
Uh-oh.
No, I don't think anyone here knows them.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Fair enough. All right, Darren, you have a possibility for a treat and a possibility for a trick.
All right, Darren, flip a coin.
Come on, number 3.
He really wants that one.
I actually don't know what the hell I.
Oh,
Damn it. Oh god damn it!
All right.
Ask and you shall
So
receive.
keep in mind the first one is poke, not fuck. So it's poke.
Okay.
Marry,
Okay,
kill,
that's
3
actually
people.
okay.
Yeah, that's why I put poke there. I was like, I'm not gonna say
Okay,
fuck someone. Like,
I'm not gonna lie. I read that wrong the first time. I thought it said pork.
Oh no. So you have to literally poke someone, marry someone, and kill someone. That's
Well, it can't be a virtual poke.
It could be a virtual poke. Yeah, could be. Yeah.
Okay. I got it.
God, if Lance was here, this would be easy for him.
Okay, I have. When I say this, there's a reason I'm saying this. Eric, I'm gonna marry you.
Okay.
But because you always have pizza, you are always ordering pizza.
Oh,
and
so there's
I get leftovers.
Supply and demand. All right, got it.
Joe, I'm gonna kill your bad opinions. Not you, but your bad opinions.
Good luck finding any.
And then Jake, I'll poke you.
All right. So
there
we
do that
go.
anyway. So
that brings
yeah,
us...
you do. Every time you go in the chat and you say Arrowhead a peak wildcat, you do that every time anyway.
Since Joe missed his turn, we're gonna just give him treat 4 because it's the last one on the list. So that'll make it even for everybody. Treat 4 is if you could do one thing to make life better for your fellow YouTubers, what would it be?
Oh, geez.
A million subscribers.
Damn it, Darren.
I would destroy the internet.
Wow. There we go.
We're all out of a hobby.
Well, and your YouTubers won't be YouTubers anymore.
Well,
and your life will be better.
Probably.
Anyway, so that was the trick or treat for the night, everyone. So hope everybody enjoyed that. Look, Jay said I had pork the other day. It's nice. Did you really think it was pork, Jake?
I read it wrong the first time you showed up.
That's why when you said skip, I was like, wait, this is an easy one. Like this one doesn't require much thought at all, actually.
Right.
Outside of the kill.
I didn't have any because I knew them. That was you can't do trick or treat if I already know what the questions are. Like I can't participate in that. If somebody else wants to do it on their channel, I would participate in it, but I'm not going to do it for myself. That's basically cheating. All right. So what did we want to do? We're at the hour and a half mark, which means we
bring out the Wheel of Death for order again.
Yes, I will. But do we want to do, and everybody can chime in on this, and we'll just take group consensus. Best sidekicks or top 5 best Marvel castings? Which one would we rather do? We'll just go clockwise. So, Bob, which one would you rather do?
Marvel castings, easy.
Okay. All right. Joe?
Marvel casting.
That's 2 for Marvel casting. If we get one more, then that's what we're doing. Darren?
Marvel casting.
Well, that's it. This is no question. Let me get the wheel ready.
Though I do want to do my impression of Bela Lugosi now from Ed Wood. Karloff, sidekick. Fuck you, Boris Karloff does not deserve to smell my shit.
Oh, God.
Yeah, well, we have to take your shit every week.
Uh-oh.
Let's see here. Let's do everybody. So we got Bob. I will go last because I'm going to be a gracious host.
You?
Bob. We have Joe. We have Jake. We have Darren. And then we have me, who will be dead last. All right. Let's bring the list up here. I'll put the wheel back up here. And here we go.
I get the feeling Jake does not enjoy my shenanigans.
Let's see here. Let's spin the wheel.
Are we doing round robin?
Oh yeah, we'll do that because we got 30 minutes before wrapping up. So, Bob is first.
Matt.
You don't have to move.
Curse you, Bob. No, it's okay.
Let's see here.
Bob, it's time to engage.
Joe.
All right,
Joe is next.
Yeah.
All right.
We just get to go in order so far. I wish Jake break it to keep the same.
Oh, nope.
You had to jinx it.
Oh, there we go. All right, so we do have to move one person.
Oh my.
That's it. All right, there we go. And that is going to put Darren over by the chat box now. So there we go. All right, so
now if Darren were to make a joke about me being last, I wouldn't be upset.
All All right, so this could be any Marvel casting at all. It doesn't have to be MCU.
Well-
It can be voice casting. It can be TV shows. It can be movies. It can be Sony. It can be any Marvel casting at all.
Well, Jay, they want to, save the best for last. Obviously, that's why I'm last.
Oh, Jay over here chiming in. Chat, tonight is going to be very simple. If you like it, it's a pumpkin. So if you like the answers, throw pumpkins. If you dislike the answers, you throw.
Is there a candy corn?
Is there? Is
Is
there a
there
candy corn emoji? I
There
don't
should
know.
be. I think so. Maybe.
I was about to say, if there's not, then you can throw a ghost.
Yeah, we could do that. So we'll do pumpkins for good, and then we will do candy corn if they have it. If not, ghosts are bad. So candy corn and ghosts are bad. Pumpkins are good. All right, Bob, go ahead and start out with your first casting.
All right. So this is I think I brought this up before. This is probably my favorite season of a Marvel show. I think it did a fantastic job. And especially this actor who I like
Oh no.
before as a hero. And
No.
I know I've seen him as a villain, but I think they really
I know what this is, I
did a
think.
great job. David Tennant as Kilgrave in Jessica Jones season 1. Just
I
knocked it out of the
felt
park.
that in my
Loved it.
soul. I felt
The
that in my
Purple
soul.
Man.
Let me get rid of one.
I
Uh,
think I'm safe for mine.
I actually came up
We'll
with
see.
7, so if I
Yeah,
had
no,
one,
I came
I'd
up
be
with like
okay.
10.
Yeah.
I felt like people were gonna have more than 5. All right, Joe, go ahead and give your first one.
All right, I'm going to start with my best of the best. Like, I think this is my number one because I think someone else is going to take it because it's that good. I'm going to go with J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson.
God
Ah!
damn it. I knew someone would.
Darren's list is going to get destroyed by the end of this.
Particularly in the
five.
Sony films because he had the haircut.
I'm gonna give Darren a second to process.
I have 5 more that hopefully nothing else gets sniped. My
All right,
battleship
so-
stepson.
If you're good, you can go. I just wanted to give you.
I'm good. I'm gonna play defense. I think Jake might have this character. I have a funny feeling this one might be on Jake's list. So let me throw this one out here.
I haven't done anything to you, and I'm kidding.
I know, but I want to get mine out there. I mean, this actor had 2 seasons of a fantastic show, and since then has gone on to play the character in multiple other things, even variants of his character that aren't technically that character but are like that character. Josh Keaton as Spider-Man is
No, actually.
no, really?
No.
Okay.
I had a feeling you would, so I left it for you.
Now, Josh Keaton's great. He is again. I think that's a good sign of if you've casted a wonderful character that he keeps coming back even after his shit gets canceled. He's doing games. He did Invincible not as Spider-Man. He also did Young Justice, if I'm not mistaken, as another not Spider-Man character.
Yep.
So
And
he's a goat. Yeah.
and all the way back in 2002, he was in a Spider-Man game, but not as Spider-Man. He was actually Harry Osborn's Green Goblin.
That's cool.
Because he was originally going to be Spider-Man in that game before they got Tobey Maguire on board, and then they just retooled Josh Keaton's voice lines to work for Harry Osborn instead. Little nugget for you there.
All right. Well, next up is Jake.
All right, so this is another one of those you have to get it because it's just too good castings. I'm surprised this one didn't get taken yet. We've seen this actor in multiple film installments over the last couple decades. Some have been great. Some films have been rather terrible, but this actor has always been a standout in all of them. And in a little over a year, we will see this actor again. And that is Patrick Stewart as Charles Xavier.
Yeah, that's good.
I had to go with that one. I mean,
That's a good one.
you literally, he's what you think of when you think Xavier in live action. I don't think you can get better than that. God help whoever they cast as Xavier for the MCU, because they're definitely, they will have some big shoes to fill, but I think, I have my issues with those Bryan Singer X-Men films, but Patrick Stewart as Xavier was always on top of his game.
I will
seeing
go ahead
him-
and say I think James McAvoy did all right, but yeah, Patrick
Yeah,
Stewart.
he did
goat.
good. And I will say, like, as a fan of, like, as a big fan of X-Men 90s, seeing him in Doctor Strange with the 90s yellow hover chair and the theme playing in the background,
Yes.
I felt like a 7-year-old again.
I wish he was 20 years younger, for we could just keep.
Fair enough.
All right. With that being said, it brings us to Bob with his second choice.
Ooh, all right, back to me. So I feel like I'm going with a theme with my first two, but I'm surprised this one has been taken. Because when I heard about this casting, I loved it, and he did not disappoint. And this is despite Michael Clark Duncan, I think, doing a decent job the role earlier. I'm going with Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin. I thought he's menacing. He's great.
Look at
love
Darren. Darren.
I didn't have it, but it's a really good pick. I kind of wish I did think of it.
All right. That's a good one. All right, Joe, what is your next one?
All right. For a half a second there, I thought Bob took mine because I picked Michael Clark Duncan as Kingpin.
Great minds. Great minds.
What's his name? D'Onofrio was great, but Michael Clark Duncan, there was just love or hate that movie. I know it's a divisive movie, but there was just no denying he was
the best
perfect
part.
casting. Yeah.
Yeah, that movie was all types of.
Press one Kingpin.
And then
Yeah,
he
Michael
reprised
Clark
the
Duncan
role.
was
He
great.
reprised that role on the animated Spider-Man that aired on MTV the next year.
MTV one, yeah.
That's cool.
And then he was
Sorry.
Kilowog in Green Lantern.
Wait, hold on. My internet cut out for a second. What was your answer? Sorry, Joe.
My answer was Michael Clark Duncan as Kingpin.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I thought that's what I heard. I just want to make sure.
The press won a Kingpin, so I'll give him a Kingpin.
All right, Darren, you're up.
My next one. Now, I had a kind of a positive bias about this actor even before I met this take on the character. And not to stay in the same realm as I did previously, but this is my favorite take on this character, my favorite video game of all time, probably. And that's Yuri Lowenthal as Peter Parker. I have a bias because I spent my first 10 years of my life listening to him as Ben 10. He also voices Spider-Man and the Flash, and he just happens to play all my favorite heroes at one point in time, even if they're not good adaptations or not good projects. But no, I think Yuri is a perfect Spider-Man. To me, that's my Spider-Man. I love this older take on the character. I love what he brings to that role. He's still that Peter that everyone loves, but also he's this mature take on the character. It's someone who's been doing it for a while, and I think I'm happy whenever I hear him do it in any other Spider-Man project. Because he's in Marvel Rivals, I'm pretty sure, and so
He's
that's
in
cool to hear.
Rivals, and he's in the third Ultimate Alliance game.
That's cool. Yeah, I love Yuri. He'll probably forever be my favorite voice actor. Just nostalgia reasons.
He's got one of my favorite interactions that we've ever seen in Spider-Man media at the end of the first game when he's going that knuckle drag fight with Doc Ock on the side of the building.
Yeah,
love that interaction so much.
All right, that brings us to you, Jake. What is your next one?
So, kind of with a theme here with mine in the same realm of where I was. This actor has definitely not played their respective character for as long. They were not in as many installments. But like Patrick Stewart, this is another actor we will be seeing reprise their role very soon. And this might not be... I might be going a little bit of a left field one here. People might think I'm going to say another one, but I'm going to go with Kelsey Grammer's Beast. I loved that adaptation. I have a lot of problems with X-Men 3, but Kelsey Grammer is absolutely not one of them. I thought he was terrific in that role. Definitely one of the highlights of the Marvels with that post-credit scene. I'm excited to see him back in Avengers Doomsday. I want to see that character interact with people like a Reed Richards, I want to see him interact with Patrick and Ian again. I want to see that dichotomy. Beast is always one of my favorite X-Men, whether you're talking about the 90s cartoon, X-Men Evolution, Wolverine and the X-Men. I don't think there's ever been a bad Beast until Nicholas Hoult. But yeah, I'm not a fan of Nicholas Holt's Beast. I think he's fine in First Class, but after that, I think he is not great.
You prefer him as Lex Luthor, right?
No, actually,
Really?
no.
He's so
Ugh.
good as Lex.
Wow.
No, but yeah, no. I'm going with Kelsey Grammer as Beast. I
Okay.
absolutely loved him in X-Men 3. Seeing just the agility and the nature of Beast. Like, he had the nerdy science part down to him, but also when it came time to get serious and get shit done, he was a brutal
Beast.
adversary.
He was a beast.
Yes, he was a beast.
He was a bright spark in X-Men 3, right?
Yes.
All right. So, Bob, what is your third choice?
This one might be kind of a hot take, but I don't know. This guy's been playing this role forever. It's not the most comic book accurate take, but I love what he did with the role, and he's made it kind of his own, almost to the point where the comic book sometimes apes what he does. And I'm gonna go with Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
I knew that was coming.
Saw that coming. Yeah.
Mhm.
Fair.
All right. Was that on your list, Jake?
No. But I
okay.
did see it coming. I again, that was one I left off because I knew someone would.
All right, Joe, what is your third choice?
By the way, Jackman was also on my list too, almost on my list, but I knew someone else was going to pick him. But he does have the record for playing the most screen appearances of anyone as a particular superhero. So, all right, here's one that I think actually, if they bring this character into the MCU, I think they should keep the casting. They don't often keep the casting, but I think they should. And that is Doug Jones as the Silver Surfer in Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. When you need mocap, there is nobody better in the. And we talked about best mocap actors. Spoiler alert: this may be on that list too if we do it. There's nobody better in the business than Doug Jones. Doug Jones is he's a treasure. And he was great as the Silver Surfer, except they didn't let him read his own dialogue.
Yeah, I know.
I was about ready to say purely a physical performance. Purely,
and you see him in Star Trek, and he's a fantastic actor.
Yeah, no, I love Doug Jones.
The one great thing they did in Hellboy 2 was finally letting him get to speak for himself, because in Hellboy 1 they dubbed him over with Niles from
there's that story behind that where David Hyde Pierce was cast for Star Power, and when he found out why he was cast, he asked them to modulate his voice to sound as much like Doug Jones as possible, and refused to take credit.
Wow. All right, Darren, what is your third choice?
My third choice, rip J.K. Simmons, because that definitely would have been on mine. But besides that, I'm not as into the Raimi movies as some people on this panel. I think most of those takes on the characters I can take or leave. But
Jake,
one of the other ones that
I thought about it, but I'm not.
Would be very, very hard for me to see in some of these roles, because I rarely think that. I think almost anyone can play any character at some point, and I don't believe that there's only one. But William Dafoe as Green Goblin's going to be really, really hard to see take on that role. Of course, there have been others. There have been others that have tried, and there's been great versions of them too. But his gravitas, his performance, especially recently with the newest live-action Spider-Man movie, I was stopped on what, that wasn't a real word, I'm sorry, but I was so impressed with how he came back. He was doing his own stunts, and the material they were giving him was incredible. I could not believe it. And good luck for anyone trying to be a new live action Green Goblin.
And he was doing all his own stunts at 66 years old.
He's such a legendary actor. He's so good.
Just that sequence, and I just got to paint this picture for you guys. I'm sitting in a group of people watching that movie in the theater. The three people that are to the left of me had never seen the Raimi movies before, so they had no idea. The ones to my right, they, along with me, had. Just that sequence where Tom's spider sense is going off and Dafoe goes into that monologue and the fight that follows it, we're just eating all of that up. And, we're watching Tom Holland Spider-Man hopelessly try to punch this guy and knock him down. Yeah. He's standing there laughing, taking it like a champ. And we're just eating up that scenery, and that's what Willem Dafoe is so good at. He just chews up the scenery in every scene that he's in these movies, to the point where he's literally talking to himself in a mirror. Like,
I love that line where
so
it's like,
great.
where it's like powerful to take anything you want, but too weak to take it, and just
Strong
like
enough to have it all.
That's it. Yeah.
Too weak to take it. Yeah.
And his performance with it is incredible. Oh my god.
Yeah. Man, so
all right.
good.
So Jake, what is your third choice?
So again, I was thinking about that one, but I'm like, you know what? That one's also a little too easy, but I can't fault Darren for picking that one. Very nice segue though, as we're not leaving that trilogy just yet.
Oh no.
This one might be a little bit of an underrated one that people won't expect.
No. I'm nervous.
What?
I'm nervous on what this is gonna be.
Wait, can I guess?
Sure.
Is it Sandman?
Yep.
Oh, all right, that's fair.
No, I know what Eric was thinking, and I was tempted to say it.
I was thinking of a certain character from the third film that I do not like in that role.
I love Rosemary Harris. What the hell?
Hey, so joke's on you, Eric. I like that version too.
I knew that's what I knew. I was like,
Yeah,
he's gonna
no.
pick it because I figured you were gonna go there.
No, I'm going with the Sandman because like that's one of my favorite Spider-Man villains, and I think Thomas Hayden Church just nailed it in the role. I mean, they really gave Flint Marko a lot more. Yes, I mean, come on. But they really gave the character of Flint Marko a lot more layers than he typically had. And again, I know people complain about the whole, Ben Parker death change. Didn't really mind it because it didn't change the core of who Spider-Man was. He was still killed because Peter didn't do the right thing. And it just turns out that somebody else pulled the trigger. Chris, I almost did pick Topher. I like that version of Eddie Brock for my own reasons. But, the Sandman's always been one of my favorite villains in the Spider-Man lore, and he was actually one of the ones I was most excited to see come back in No Way Home. I just wish they would have done a little bit more with him, but, there were reasons why they couldn't. I get that. And again, there are multiple Spider-Man villains over the last, quarter of a century that they've been coming out where only one actor has played them. Sandman's amongst that category. And I love especially the soundtrack that follows him in the third movie and all the emotions that it brings. And he's got one of my favorite sequences of the third film where you see that giant sand pit and he's struggling to form himself. And he wills himself to form whenever he sees that locket of his daughter. Just from a visual standpoint, I like that. And from a narrative point, you can see that as he is getting more and more willed by his emotions, he's willing himself and his body to solidify, and the beautiful music that follows it. Yeah, I had to go with the Sandman.
All right. With that being said, Bob, we should bring you to number 4. What is your fourth choice?
I'm tempted to change it, but I'm gonna go ahead and roll with what's on my list here. Number one, I'm shocked hasn't been brought up because this is an actor who was down and out. He got this casting, became iconic as this casting. You know who this is? It's Robert Downey Jr. It's Iron Man. I mean, holy crap! He was born to play that role. He did it fantastically. I don't know how you followed up. I'm sure they will at some point, but holy crap! And yeah, amazing. What else do I say? What else?
All right. Joe, what is your fourth choice?
I'm going to say Tatiana Maslany as She-Hulk.
Ooh.
I was a big fan of Orphan Black. And she's a tremendous actress. Anyone who watched Orphan Black knows how great she was on that. And I always loved She-Hulk. And as soon as I heard they were even circling her for She-Hulk, I was like, "Oh my God, she's just terrific. You can't do better than that."
Okay, interesting. I see Jake over there. The face he made. Was that because of his pick of Tatiana Maslany?
I mean, like what you want.
I mean,
you don't like Tatiana Maslany?
I don't dislike it. I won't put it on my list, but I don't dislike it.
I mean, I think you can like or hate the show. I think her performance, though, is something you can't necessarily.
She's better than the show that she's in.
I like the show that she's in as well, but that's a topic for another day.
I like She-Hulk more than I dislike it. So
Okay.
It's one of my top 3 MCU TV shows.
Wow.
All right. So, Darren, that brings us to your fourth choice.
Well, Jake, I was trying to wait for you to pick this one because I thought this one may be on your list. And I'm almost positive you have a way more history with this actress than I do.
Yeah, damn it! It was gonna be my next one too. Fuck.
I'm and please correct me if I get the actress's name right because I am not good with voice actors.
Does it start with an L?
No.
No.
I think it's Allison Smith who plays Storm.
Oh, Allison Seeley Smith. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Who plays
great.
Storm
Oh, yeah.
in the X-Men.
I love that they
second
brought her
one,
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she started in the 90s and the third
90s.
season because there was a different voice for season 1 and 2.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Didn't know
Well,
that.
well, okay. So that makes it even better because I didn't know. I didn't notice, and when, and that's the same actress who did What If season 3, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Her presence is so immaculate. I just hear like a sliver of her performance as Storm, and I get goosebumps. I get shivers up my spine. She has such a presence when she enters any scene, especially with what the like dialogue they were giving her in 97. Holy shit, there is so many incredibly just like chilling lines, and like especially with her little arc that she has to go on and how she's like, I can't feel the wind beneath my finger, like that stuff is so
And when the
incredible.
lightning strikes outside and it scares her.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. Yeah, she has one of the best exchanges in that show when she's talking to Jean near the end. You know, make them mind your weather and you make them weather your mind.
So
Holy
good.
shit.
I can't wait to see what they give her in season 2 now that she's fully back. Like she's fully
Yeah.
part of the team again. I can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, you said you know that I have more of a history with the actress, and you're kind of right.
I figured you had met probably most of the cast.
Yeah, the only ones I haven't met at this point are AJ Locascio, who is the 97 Gambit, and Jennifer Hale. They're the only two I haven't met.
That's cool.
So going on a segue again, apparently me and Darren are good at this. I got really scared for a second because he dipped into another one of my favorite worlds, if you will. This is another person from the X-Men animated realm, someone that I've actually met on multiple occasions, and I would actually say that I am on very friendly terms with this person, if you will. Probably the person that I've met the most out of that cast, or that I've met the most after an initial one, because I've seen them at multiple things after that, and that is Lenore Zahn as Rogue.
Oh,
yeah, I figured
that version of Rogue is like my favorite in any form of media that we've gotten, which is why I think that character was done the dirtiest when it came to the Bryan Singer films.
Many reasons.
True. I mean, because in the films they essentially gave her the role of Jubilee, turning her into Wolverine's little groupie. But in the animated series, and especially in '97, she has such a presence there.
Yep.
There's that Southern bombshell nature. There's that there's that aspect of not being able to have physical contact with the one that you're attracted to. The whole deal between her and Gambit, talking about how some things are deeper than skin, and how she would want things, she would want a happy life with him, but she is kind of mentally restricted by the fact that she can't touch him. And you can see the trauma that she has, and that really comes to a head in one of my favorite episodes of the original 90s cartoon, the Rogue's Tale episode, where they go into her whole story with Carol Danvers, Miss Marvel, and you see just the mental trip that takes her down. And not only is she just a really compelling character from a writing standpoint, but you see how much of a value she is to the team. And whenever she faces tragedy in her life, you see that she, like her original comic iteration, does go to the dark side. Like joins with Magneto for a time. It was also fun seeing her school Captain America. I got some laughs out of that. But yeah, Rogue's always been, like Beast, one of my favorite X-Men, and Glenn Orzon played that character to a T. And I will say, when I reunited with her about a month ago, at that time she was currently recording for X-Men 97 season 3. So
That's exciting.
Ooh.
I love that line in season 1 of 97. What is it, episode 5? It's that Gambit scene where it's like, your heart beats for me, but I can't feel it. It's fucking crushes me.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's really tough, and like her with Nightcrawler too is again some of my favorite interactions of both shows, because one of the last episodes is them figuring out that Mystique is Nightcrawler's mom and the one that brought on Rogue, and then you see that sibling dynamic with them carried on into 97. It's terrific stuff.
All right.
I just Bob.
I
just had a random thought enter my head because I'm like, so it's gonna be X-Men 97 season 2, or is it gonna be X-Men 98? Because the title confused me a little bit, but it's irrelevant. My brain goes weird places. I'm going. I guess I'm going really obvious. I guess my list has been fairly obvious, but these are great castings. This is one that we had for a couple movies, a couple TV show appearances. Gone Too Soon. Chadwick Boseman is Black Panther.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's.
I mean, he kind of made the role. Kind of made it. He was faithful to the comic book, but kind of did his own thing, and I don't know. He was great the second he was on screen.
It still hurts. He was the best part of Civil War for me.
He was up there, and Civil War is a good movie.
Yeah. Also, he looks his best in that movie.
I don't know if I've ever felt the pain of the loss of potential so much in media before. Of just like, obviously, like the real life actor, of course, is a tragedy. Like let me not take away from that, but just me seeing what they wanted to do and like all the potential that character had breaks my heart. It is so. And as that actor, as that character as well, not just the character itself, it is a tragedy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. With that being said, Joe, what is your last choice?
I'm going with Evan Peters as Quicksilver.
Okay.
Okay.
We got two Quicksilvers, and at a time when everybody was ragging on the Fox universe, Fox gave us the better version. I don't know anybody. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody out there, but I don't know anybody who prefers the Aaron Taylor Johnson version.
We got so little of that character. Like,
yeah. I mean, Evan Peters got a whole scene to show off, whereas Aaron Taylor Johnson, pretty much just died. Pretty much
a whole scene and then 2 bad movies.
What do you call it?
You're not wrong. You're not.
The Days of Future Past, he had the show stealing scene in that movie, and then they made it even better in the next one. The next one with the Eurythmics, it was even better than the last
that was a great
one.
scene.
Yeah,
bad movie, but great scene.
I disagree. I love that movie.
And then in Dark Phoenix, they didn't know what to do with him.
And that's the only thing. It's like I wish they had just done it one more time. Give us, I don't care that you did it twice before. Give it to us one more time in Dark Phoenix. It's disappointing they didn't.
Okay. Well, Darren, that brings us to your final choice. Oh, you're muted.
Sorry about that. All right, my final pick. This is a newer actress. We've only had her a couple of projects now, but I already think she's one of the greatest castings in a comic book media of all time.
I know what you're gonna say.
To the point where, like, I think like Brie Larson literally made a comment this week, being like, "Well, that's just the character, and that's Amon Babalani, Miss Marvel. What a ray of sunshine."
Yeah.
I don't care if the project's bad. I don't care what she's in. I have a smile on my face anytime that character is on screen. It's not comic accurate. Fair enough. I understand. I don't give a fuck. She is so good as that character. I enjoy her so much, and I greenlight 10 more seasons of her show, and I will be there. I'm so excited to see what she does, and I guess whatever's next, because we don't quite know where she's appearing next in the MCU.
Yeah.
But I hope she's at least in Secret Wars, for she can have all her like fangirling moments with all the Avengers together and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, I do find that people complaining that the MCU isn't comic accurate. It's like, were you ever a fan of the MCU? Because it's never been 100% comic book accurate. I've been paying attention.
They've always cherry picked. It's like we're taking
yeah.
this one thing and using it, and then everything else we're doing our own thing.
There's nothing more hypocritical than the people who only get their knowledge from watching movies try to judge the people who actually read comics.
And in fairness, like, I do understand the frustration, especially for that character, because I do know it's a pretty big, at least in her power set, it was a pretty big change. But if I'm just looking at the MCU and not what had come before, I love the individual character.
Yeah.
All right, so that brings us to you, Jake. What have you got?
Darren, why do you sound scared?
I'm always scared.
I was waiting for him to finish the sentence and be like, I'm always scared when you talk.
That's my secret captain.
So, all right, this is one where I was really going back and forth on what I wanted this last slot to be. I honestly hope we do this again because there's so many more that you could get into. And I really was struggling when it came to this. I was like, do I like this version or do I like this version better? And they're kind of equal, but I'm just going to say this. This is the voice of this character that I hear whenever I read this character in comics, regardless of what generation of these comics that I'm reading. And that is the man himself, Christopher Daniel Barnes as Spider-Man. I had to go with that one. That is what got me into the Spider-Man media. I think that in that show, that is one of my main justifications for, saying Spider-Man doesn't always have to be depicted as a kid, because for a majority of that show, he's a grown adult. And I think Christopher Daniel Barnes, brought such a sincerity, a range of different emotions. He had the quips, he had the heart. During the episodes where you saw him in the symbiote, he definitely had the emotional range. Of course, there's the popular line, "Shocker!" Of course, there's that. But he was just a perfect Spider-Man voice. I was thinking about that, Chris. I was thinking about that. I really was. But
that's why Jake is like, we should do this again, because there's probably other things we want to talk about. So
there are a lot more that I feel like
we could have done a top 10 for this one. I think we could have done a top 10 list for this.
You definitely could have. Like, this could be a whole stream on itself.
Okay.
But absolutely love Christopher Daniel Barnes as Spider-Man. Of course, he was in that cartoon. He was in several video games, and I'm hoping we eventually get a Spider-Man 98.
None of mine were taken. Okay, so that's good. All right, so everybody in the chat, get ready. I'm going to rapid fire my list very quickly.
He's going to say Jared Leto as Morbius.
I have Vin Diesel as Groot, Frank Grillo as Bullseye, Jared Leto as Morbius, Terrence Howard as Rhodey, and Mickey Rourke as Whiplash.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Those are all bad castings.
Shout out to
intriguing choices.
Emilia Clarke as Gaia.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, now here's the real
I don't
list.
think they're all bad. I mean, who was the second to last one?
Terrence Howard as Rhodey. I didn't like him as Rhodey.
Oh yeah, I thought he was okay, but no, yeah.
Shout out to Aaron Taylor Johnson as Craven.
Okay, so here we go. First up on my list is Catherine Hahn as Agatha.
Yeah, that's good.
Almost on my list.
So I do know what one of yours is, and if it's not, then I think you're an imposter.
Very on theme
we'll
for
see.
the Halloween episode, Eric.
Yeah, Catherine Hahn as Agatha. I think is pretty great. Next up, we have Chloe Bennett as Quake.
Yeah,
I
thought about it.
So good. So good. Such a weird switch from season 1 to like seasons 2, 3, 4, 5. But I think she did a great job changing it up. So there we go. Someone that I think was born to play this role. And I know we've seen him in other things, but I think he was absolutely born to play this role. And that is Chris Evans as Steve Rogers.
You know, if one of mine were taken, he would have come up on my list.
I loved him. I think he was great in Fantastic Four. Clearly, he did what they asked him to do. But I think it's going to be really hard to find someone specifically to play Steve Rogers as well as Chris Evans did.
Yeah.
What about Matt Salinger? Kidding.
Oh my
But
god!
you know what's interesting? Up until he played Captain America, there was nothing in his filmography that would have made me believe he could be Captain America.
No.
Whereas with Johnny Storm, he was perfectly cast. If you'd seen not another teen movie and.
Yeah, I think Captain America was one of those like diamond in the rough things where they didn't know what they were like. He became the lead, like he was the lead guy for the MCU for like pretty much 3 phases.
Which is why I think sometimes we need to take more chances on actors. Like I see so much discourse online where it's like, I just don't see that actor as that character. It's like, okay, but give them a fucking shot. Like give them the moment to get into that character.
I mean, Kevin Conroy said it best. You know, like whenever they. Just a little side note. Whenever they, hired him as Batman, they were willing to look at an actor no one had ever heard of, but who had the right instinct. That's the kind of chance that wouldn't happen now because it's all about star power.
Yeah.
All right. Third or fourth on my
Chris,
list.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker is on my list.
Yeah.
I know that I've said this a million times. He's my favorite live-action Spider-Man actor. Tom Holland's growing on me, but Andrew Garfield, for some reason, even though one of his movies wasn't as great, I still stand by it. I think it's a fun movie.
The failure of those movies isn't on him at all. I think
that's true.
He did his job. Yeah.
And lastly, for me, is Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange.
I was thinking about him too, and
you didn't.
Solid.
Yeah. So there's a character that Eric's praised in multiple streams that I'm surprised he didn't.
Was it Elizabeth as Wanda?
No,
that was almost on my list.
I really thought you were going to bring up Cate Blanchett as Hela.
Oh no, I love her as Hela, but I'm thinking about like for me castings that encapsulated the characters as I felt like they encapsulated them. I think her Hela was very different from Hela from the comics.
Would you say she was hella good in the role?
Yes, she was 100%.
She's one of the best things about that mediocre movie.
She absolutely was, and if we had 10 people, she probably would have been like number 7 on my list. But we only had 5, so I had to go with the 5 that I really like. And I thought about it. I wanted to do a variety of different stuff. I wanted to do like a TV show. I wanted to do a Disney Plus show. I wanted to do a movie. I wanted to do a non-MCU movie.
Yeah,
that I wanted to do. So that's kind of my list is like one of each category, pretty much, except for the MCU because I got Chris Evans and Benedict and
I technically did not say any MCU ones. Technically,
yeah, that's true.
Harrison, you listed.
Actually, no, that's not exactly true.
Harrison, you listed 3 contenders for me, and Hellboy's not Marvel.
I mean, that's why I said technically, Darren, because I didn't start there.
I'm just fucking with you.
Lone Wolf with the $5 super chat says that his options are Michael as Magneto, which is a solid choice. Andrew Spider-Man, shout out. Oh, Clark is Coulson. Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool, and Tom Hiddleston is Loki.
I'm surprised Loki wasn't brought up.
I almost had Loki. He was almost on my list.
I really thought about Clark, but I was like, well, he is an original character, so I was like, I didn't know if he fit the yes, he was just still a great cast.
Yeah,
but like
got a comic book role, but yeah,
true. But like, based on his performance as Coulson, but again, like he is that good that he was able to make that happen. And then 7 seasons of his 7 seasons of his own show plus animated. Like he's fantastic.
Well, if you're talking original characters, I was very close to putting Mark Lynn Baker as She-Hulk's dad because come on, it's Larry from Perfect Strangers.
I'm sending you back to Oz.
I would say there's even an argument for someone like Wong. I think Wong, that's a great character.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean
you can't go Wong.
Not like current part at all.
True.
I think you can hate on a lot of things that Marvel does. The one part of Marvel you cannot hate on is their casting people. They kill it like 99.9% of the time. I can't think of like
was it Sarah Haley
bad
Flynn
casting,
who does
Sarah Haley Finn who does the casting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
incredible
Uh,
stuff.
Shout out. She's amazing. No, no.
Lone Wolf with the $2 super chat. Cal Dodd, I'm sending you back to Oz in pieces.
I hear his voice every time. Every time I've read Wolverine comics for almost 30 years, I read him in comics, or I hear his voice.
Here we go. Naruto with the $5 share. Oh, gonna go back and watch the trailer reaction before going to bed. Well, you're not gonna see this in real time, but I hope you enjoy the stream and have a good night, Naruto. Thank you for the super chat. We appreciate it. Let's see. Lone Wolf with the $2 more Agents of Shield love here. Brett as Ward and Ian as Fitz. Gabriel as Ghost Rider.
Yes.
Like I could literally say everybody on that show. Ming Na Wen on there as
Yeah, I
well.
was about
Like,
to say, Ming Na
perfect
Wen's not getting any
Yeah.
love. What the heck?
yeah, such a good cast.
Oswald.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Somebody brought up. I
Bobby
saw
and
one of the
Hunter.
comments. I saw one of the comments. I was thinking about this. Somebody brought up Florence as Yelena. I
Yeah.
thought about that
Yeah,
for a
that was a
moment,
contender for me.
I can't believe nobody picked Jared Leto as Morbius, though. I feel like that's a
That's such
a
an
strong
obvious
casting.
one. It's just standing right there for the taking.
Cam with the $2 super chat says, Eric, watch Eddie Murphy documentary trailer. Okay, we'll watch it in just a moment because I did get another super chat here. But thank you for the $2. I will put that on.
Shout out to Ben Affleck as Daredevil.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not even joking.
Yeah. $2 super chat from South Texas Shark. What did you watch this week? Does anybody want to shout out something they watched this week that they want to bring attention to? I'm watching Ink Master. The new season dropped.
Okay.
So watching that.
I
I'm
mean-
a reality TV junkie. So if it's reality TV, I'm probably watching. I'm watching Survivor right now. I'm watching Traders UK right now. I'm watching Ink Master. I watch a lot of those shows.
I watched the Muppet Haunted Mansion the other day.
Ooh,
Russell's
that's a
the
good
best
one.
Survivor character.
I've been for my show this week, me and Taj are doing the Halloween Town like Disney Channel movies from the 90s. Those have been very fun to hop into. And Hazbin Hotel dropped their first 2 episodes of the season, which is fun.
Actually, like that was one of the things they were watching. I walked in the room the other 2 days ago or whatever, and they were like, "We're catching up on Hazbin Hotel." I was like, "All right, getting ready for it."
And it is so good.
I told you.
Welcome to Derry is so good.
The next episode drops tomorrow. They're dropping
Yeah, I
it early,
cannot wait.
so-
I'm so excited.
Oh, and I saw Del Toro's Frankenstein.
Oh, what did you think of it?
What'd you think?
Very good. Very, very good.
I need to see it. I have to wait till next month.
And I know, I said in my review, I have a review on my channel. People praise Del Toro. People think Del Toro could do no wrong. I think he's very hit or miss. For every Hellboy and Pan's Labyrinth and Shape of Water, which are phenomenal, he did a movie called, what was it called? Crimson Peak, I think, that I hated.
I remember enjoying it. I remember.
I didn't like that one. I really didn't like his Pinocchio, although the animation was beautiful. The animation couldn't have been better. I didn't like the story. So I don't know. He's one of those guys who he either just hits it out of the park or not at all in my book. And this one, this was so good.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things
I
about that
cannot
movie.
wait.
I'm excited.
I'm so excited. I wish I could see it inside a theater.
Yeah.
My theater's not doing it, I don't think.
Yeah, there's nowhere near me doing it, unfortunately.
That scares me for the Stranger Things next month that they're just not done, or end of the year, I guguess.
Thank you for the super chat, South Texas Shark, and the question. Lone Wolf with the $2 super chat. Any of you seen the show Barry? Is it good? I have not seen it.
Yes.
It's great. I haven't seen it.
Barry is one of the best shows I've ever seen.
What?
What?
It is incredible. It's in my S tier shows. It's incredible.
So it's a show about the Flash, right?
Yeah, of course. No. It's
Yeah,
about,
we didn't get a decade of that.
It's about a hitman who decides that one day he just wants to become an actor, and it's him balancing those two worlds, and it is probably the funniest show I've ever seen.
I've heard. No, I haven't seen it myself, but I've heard that the best part of the show is Henry Winkler. I heard Henry Winkler. What's he? Is acting coach or something?
Yeah, he is. Season 3, him in season 3 is probably the funniest performance I have ever seen an actor give in a TV show. It is incredible stuff.
So,
yeah, the
4 seasons, very short. Highly recommend it.
The new I might be the only one here that watches anything related to this, but for any Big Bang Theory fans out there, the new George and Mandy season just started 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And okay, maybe this is probably a hot take. actually enjoy that show more than Young Sheldon. Like
I
by a good amount, actually.
I follow the show with my TikToks and my YouTube
Fair.
shorts.
I mean, so I don't know. I think one of the reasons why I enjoy that show is because it kind of aside from aside from there being a like 12-year age difference between two marital partners, aside from that, a lot of the environments in that show kind of reflect the environment that I grew up around. So I think it kind of resonates with me in that respect. Just the kind of the tone that people had, the dichotomy between characters, the character relationships, the way everybody got along. It was kind of reflective of my own childhood. So it's one that I'll just turn on the TV in the morning with a cup of coffee and just sit there while I'm just trying to wake up and get the day started, and it's fun. So
Eric, before we leave here, did you guys already talk about the Doctor Who stuff that came out this week?
No, we haven't talked about that.
Okay.
You mean that it's not going to be on Disney Plus anymore?
Yeah, that partnership officially ending. Which
I
mean, it's going back to what it was before.
Which is it's just going to be on the BBC. You'll have to get it through like Amazon or whatever and pay for the BBC.
They said they're looking for a new provider for like international, or for them would be the international viewers.
People want to say, so I saw people saying that Disney thought that the Doctor Who was going to be like a new Marvel thing for them. I didn't see any official quote. I feel like that's just a speculatory thing. I just don't think Doctor Who, I think we talked about this on Joe's channel Tuesday. I don't think Doctor Who was able to reach that mass appeal. I think it's a very British show. And when they tried to reach out to mass appeal, it just didn't hit all the marks. And Disney was funneling in like 13 million an episode, so it was a lot of money. And they don't own the IP. That's another thing. Is they were just a distribution service for the BBC. So it just wasn't financially good for them, I guess, in the end.
I saw a thing the other day where like they spent like over $200 million on those first two seasons, and it's like I'm still getting caught up with Doctor Who. I know, but like. I sometimes feel like the appeal of it is this kind of sometimes it's like indie vibe sometimes where it's just like, okay.
Especially with classic Who,
it's like, this is the budget, this is what we have, and we're going to tell the best story we can with that said budget. Sometimes it looks incredible, sometimes it looks shit, but sometimes that's part of the charm, I feel, where it's like, oh, look how silly that looks. That's awesome that they tried to do that, And I do think...
You can tell they're putting all the money on the screen.
Yeah,
Chris said they have a chunk of classic Who on Tubi, so
yeah.
I feel like the last two seasons that aired on Disney, the show has not been that good since David Tennant was the Doctor. The quality it got so because.
I think there's some great Matt Smith stories.
Yeah,
I think David Tennant is a better Doctor.
I like the first season of Matt Smith. Like I thought season 1, season 5, the first season of Matt Smith, I thought that was terrific. But I thought that the Matt Smith years started getting killed when they started doing that mid-season break. That was just destroying the momentum of the season.
That's the same thing that happened to Arrowverse shows like every year.
Matt Smith was the last Doctor that I watched before I just kind of bowed out on the show.
I'm in that era right now. I'm in like the middle of Matt Smith right now.
No, I liked him a lot, and then I got like 1 or 2 episodes into the Doctor that followed him, and I'm like,
I almost finished Pierre Capaldi's run, and then I dropped it, and I picked it back up for Shudigatwa, which I thought was decent, but like it's not amazing at all. I think like there's cool individual episodes, but I think the whole season arcs are not amazing, with the exception of the first season. Russell T Davies has never been great at that. People are kind of forgetting that. He just had cool episodes, and the lack of episodes I think is killing it because.
I'm also curious to see how the break holds the fandom together, because it's not coming back until the end of 2026. So that's a 1.5 year break away from the show. I feel like,
see Billy Piper as the Doctor. Apparently,
for now,
is she the Doctor or isn't she? Nobody knows.
The current rumor is it's like it's the same thing as like David Tennant, where it's like a special. It's like a special thing they're doing, and then they'll get the real Doctor in here, whatever.
I hope they.
I heard it was
as much as I like the return of David Tennant. Don't do that again. No,
I heard it was a last minute thing because I heard they shot the finale.
Yeah.
And Ncuti Gatwa was planning to come back for the following season, and they didn't have a regeneration. And then he decided to quit, and they didn't have another actor cast. And it was like, well, crap, we have
Billy Piper
regeneration in here. So they were up against the wall, and they're like, what are we going to do?
It was so clearly a last minute thing. Like Ncuti had said in an interview, oh yeah, we're gonna be filming season 3 next, blah blah blah. And then I was like, okay, good. So he is locked for another season. I could breathe happy. And then that happened. I was like, what the fuck?
I was not expecting him to regenerate.
Are those all offered by StreamYard?
Yeah,
they just added these. I don't know why they added them so late.
Well,
Halloween's over.
Yeah, apparently they're going to start doing this seasonally with free overlays and stuff like that.
I was watching Planet CHH tonight, and he had that overlay, and I was actually going to ask in the chat, "Oh, that's a cool overlay. Where'd you get that?" I didn't realize it was just auto-generated.
Harrison Lux was an absolute banger. Lux was so good.
Yeah.
The social media episode, I think is one of the best ones they've ever done.
This is what made me think of it. Lone Wolf says it's Halloween. Cue the Batman theme for $2.
Yeah, I really wish that in my Lost Levels thing right now, I really wish I was on Batman Arkham Knight already because that game takes place on Halloween.
Oh yeah. Couple of things. One, I'm gonna expand my camera here. We hit the goal for the month, you guys. Literally. Tonight, so thank you. It's the last stream of the month, so I was like, I don't know if we're gonna hit it, but we did. So thank you guys so much for doing that. I do appreciate it. So shout out to that. Couple things, little housekeeping things, and we're gonna watch this trailer. Okay, so channel members are gonna get something really unique. If you're a channel member on the Reloaded channel or the Debunks channel, starting in November, I'm going to be releasing videos of mine from 2007, just to channel members on the days that they actually got released when I started making YouTube videos.
Ooh.
So it's all OG stuff. So if you are a channel member of either channel, it doesn't matter, Reloaded or Debunks, those videos will be up and available for you to watch. And they're really funny. So get ready for some really odd videos from me. I'll be releasing them as they were released in real time.
That's his way of telling you that there were actually lingerie try-on videos.
Well, there's some interesting stuff. I went through and I was like, do I really want to upload these? And I guess I'm going to. So, but that'll be for channel members. Secondly, I want to explain one more time the giveaway we're going to be doing. So starting the next Nerdcast, everybody who is in the top 3 in both channels, so whether it be the Debunks channel or the Reloaded channel, if you are in the top 3, we will spin the wheel with your name on it. And that name will go into a bucket, basically, to get spun at the end of the month. And then the winner of that one will end up getting a T-shirt signed by me, as well as 2 other special gifts that will get shipped out in December. So that will start next month as well. No purchase necessary. It is based on engagement. So and you can boost that if you want, by super chatting, by doing super stickers, all that stuff. But you can literally participate for free by just chatting in the comment section. All right, let's see what everyone voted on, and then we're going to watch the Eddie Murphy trailer. I did not forget, Cameron. All right, we're going to end the poll here.
Darren, I don't know if you meant to mute yourself, but just letting you know you are muted in case you tried to say something.
The top 5 list for us is top 5 best Disney animated characters. So that is one of our
lists. Fuck.
Wait, dude. Wait, did that? Are you saying that one, or was that an option?
That one.
Oh, let's go.
Does that include Pixar?
Anything that Disney owns or owned. Like if it's something Darren? They own and they didn't, or they own it now.
Hey, Darren, there's only one that I'm going to ask you not to take. Only one.
I'm just going to point out that technically, if you really want to get in the weeds, puppetry is a form of animation because you're taking a inanimate object and making it.
I mean,
I would also argue that almost every puppet has been done in animation at one time or another.
I mean, Muppet Babies.
Yeah, Muppet Babies definitely covers animation.
Have fun. Although that wasn't around. That wasn't Disney's era, huh?
Disney.
But
didn't-
no,
was
no, it's
before.
Well, they
anything.
bought
It's
it,
anything
yeah.
that Disney owned and lost or
Okay.
owns now. So if they acquired it, it still counts.
You know, if I wanted, I could just do the Lion King. Just
Hey,
the whole
look at that!
cast.
Another chance for Darren to talk about Lion King.
Mocap dropped really far, you guys. So Disney Animation was number 1. Worst retcons in films and TV shows was number 2, and then mocap fell to number 3. So
Disrespecting Doug Jones.
yeah, mocap dropped down. So there you have it.
What, you guys
All right.
don't like Sean Gunn?
We're gonna watch this Eddie Murphy documentary trailer. I don't know if this is gonna go away or not because I'm not sure if Netflix claims everything.
I didn't even know this was being made. This is. I mean, I am a fan of Eddie Murphy. but-
Yeah. So this might not be here on playback. Just a heads up. Here we go.
I've done so many different types of things.
Good morning, my neighbor!
Yes! Coming to America.
You had that appointment with destiny.
He changed the way we view comedy.
Who took all the money? Shrek. Shrek.
Oh my God!
God damn, this your place? I started so young. Eddie was right out of high school, but he was just fearless. My stuff took off because they'd never seen a young black person take charge.
The new sheriff in town.
He had the #1 movie, comedy special, and pop song.
It was unprecedented.
He's like a miracle.
From stand-up comic to big screen sex symbol. That's what they said. I didn't say it.
He went from being the raw guy to the family guy.
You ate my slice? This is a great house to haunt. Like 100 years from now, I'm gonna be around this motherfucker. I heard him doing that laugh upstairs. Eddie never stops creating. I want to show them that I'm not like anybody in this town. I'm everybody in the scene and everything in between.
He amplified black talent.
He changed the world.
I'm watching this.
Not just
immediately.
American culture, he changed the world.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
One of the greatest ever.
It's all about my children. Pursue peace of mind. If you get that, then you got it all. The best show on television is ridiculousness.
I love that he's sitting around watching ridiculousness. That's
What are you doing
Like,
here?
like real talk.
Yeah.
I like ridiculousness too. It's like a guilty pleasure show of mine.
What the fuck
even
is
though
Pete
it's-
Davidson doing here?
Saturday Night Live, I guess they have a connection.
Yeah.
fucking hilarious.
Oh my god, I'm so watching that. I'm
Yeah, it
so
looks
fucking
like
watching
fun.
that. Let me tell you the weird thing about Eddie Murphy for me is very rarely in Hollywood do you have a comedian who is also a massive sex symbol. It's very rare to have those two things together. Like some people find comedians attractive because they like that they're funny, and that's why.
Right.
Or you have these like leading actors that are kind of funny, but they're basically just really hot. Eddie Murphy, for the majority of his career, was a guy that was funny, but also a sex symbol. It very rarely does that happen. It's not a very normal thing, honestly.
Yeah,
I mean, I could choose Eddie Murphy for my favorite Disney character next week.
You could.
Yeah, it's true. You could. And, they were showing clips of a lot
I
of
saw
his
it on
movies, and maybe this is a hot take. I absolutely detest the Nutty Professor movies. I do not like those movies at all. Ugh.
All right. With that
Are we
being said,
excited for his donkey movie?
oh yeah, I mean, I'll watch it.
By the way, if you want something similar to this, the John Candy documentary on Prime is
Ooh,
fantastic.
I saw that too. Yeah. Want to watch that as well. All right. With that being said, everybody have a happy Halloween, whatever you're
Hot Halloween?
celebrating it. Happy, hot, sexy Halloween if you want to.
Ooh.
Hopefully you get a lot of candy, and if you don't, hopefully you get other things to replace that loss of candy. Not going to go into that.
Hopefully, you know what? If you can't have any regular gummies, hopefully you get some special gummies.
Maybe, or you get wetties, whatever those are.
Oh yeah,
Special
I'll be giving out
blackout
weddies.
So anyway, thanks everybody for coming. Thanks
Yeah.
for helping us hit the goal. Don't forget, we're going to start the new contest on Monday of next week. I want to give a shout out to everybody that hung out. Ronan, who had to dip out early. Bob for being here. Organized Chaos. Go over and check out his channel. Joe from Crazy Joe's Concession Stand. Go over. I did a stream with him on Tuesday, so go over and check that out. It's new videos. We got. We're gonna go in a weird order. We're gonna skip over Darren, and we're gonna go to Jake first. So we got Jake here with Jake's Lost Levels every single Sunday at 7 p.m. And then, of course, we have Darren from the Pipeline and After the Credits over there. So make sure you check out the
Mario
channel.
over there is going to give you all the mushrooms on Halloween.
Yeah. So anyway, have a great night, and we'll see everyone on Monday. Take care. Hey there, if you're seeing this, that means we have reached the end of the stream. Thanks so much for your continued support with comments, likes, subscriptions, super stickers, and super chats. I just want to give a special shout out to all of the channel members who have contributed to the success of this channel with paid tiers. On the screen, you will see your name displayed as a signal of appreciation from myself and the channel. If you would like to see your name on this list, consider selecting a tier with the join or plus button depending on your platform. Thanks again, everyone. Let's hang out soon in the next stream, and I'll see you then.